Have you already started your tailgate? Us too. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Now launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
I'm eating the food on the plate. As I'm taking the last bite, she'll look at me and say, you know, you could probably lose about 10 pounds. Yeah, I probably could.
No, but
now go get some cannolis and shove them in my face and tell me how I can lose 10 pounds. Because she keeps bringing me food, but it's always with a side of guilt.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing. It used to be a lot longer.
The numbers don't lie.
Bah! Bah!
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Friday. Welcome in. No Common Man today. Timmy Hall is here. Panama Ted is here. I am T-Bone. You are you. Hello, Timmy.
Oh, hello, Bone. Hello, Teddy. Hello to all the fine listeners out there and everybody, the crazies in the YouTube chat.
Oh, we love the YouTube chat.
It's a beautiful Friday. We got Buckeye basketball tonight.
Right?
My goodness. What a great sports night that was last night.
Oh, my goodness.
Good Lord.
Well, I don't know where you want to start there, but I'm going to start off with the fact that the Jackets are here in town, and they had their, I don't want to say it was like the second home opener, but it was like a more festive version of a home opener.
It was hockey, you know?
A 4-game homestand. This is starting to feel a little bit more like we're in the flow of the season now.
Tuesday was doing right by Johnny,
Absolutely.
his brother, his
Yes.
family. And not like you can turn the page from that in one game. That's not what we're saying. But that was an emotional, that was a tough night. That was a really difficult night to have. You absolutely had to have it. We knew we were walking into that. I think a lot of people bought tickets to that game because it was that night and you wanted to be there for that sense of community. And I think that was pretty cool. But yeah, last night, we talked about it. That was a winnable game. And 6 different guys scored. They went out there and they got the job done against a team that was in its second night of back-to-backs. They went out there and they did it. That was cool.
Yeah. Well, and this is, I'll tell you, I love seeing the support from the fans. I love seeing how this Jackets team is playing. Second time this year, they won 6-4 over Buffalo. This is the second time this year that they have scored 6 goals in, 4 games. So that's a good sign, right?
That's different.
Goals. But also both games, 6 different goal scorers. Not like one dude lighting it up for a hat trick or something.
Well, we don't have that one guy.
But that's all right,
It doesn't exist. So you do it by committee, you do it this way.
Yeah. But you've got, again, Marchenko, Olivier, Chinikov, Fantilli, and I forgot about Zachary Aston Reese. Welcome.
Aston Reese.
Glad you're here, buddy.
Get him an Aston Martin.
There you go. Severson also had a goal. So there you go. And Werenski had 2 assists. So that's very nice. But
Chinikov, Marchenko line,
Good.
Chinikov, Marchenko.
I like it.
That's the one.
Here's the downside from this game. I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but this is a thing that also happened. Ken Johnson left the game with an injured arm. And
what's his status?
I don't know that we have one at this point.
Oh, gosh,
but
I know.
He threw his glove down when he was making his way off the ice, too, which
he was pissed
makes
off.
you think.
Yeah. He
So-
was frustrated. You can see when you can see it on the athlete's face. You hate seeing that. And someone tried to bring that up to me when I was just tweeting about the overall good night. I don't want to think about that.
No,
it's just,
I know.
can we not have another injury right now?
I know. It's
be good.
It's really unfortunate because he has been like an early, again, very early returns, but a bright spot so far this season. So we'll monitor his injury situation, see how that goes. But yeah, that's a very nice win for the Jackets yet again. And I don't think anybody thinks the Sabres are going to be much this year, but no one thinks the Jackets are going to be much this year around the league, right? I like the fact that this group in Columbus actually maybe feels differently about that, is trying to show people some things.
Yeah.
So good for them taking that victory and getting the job done as they should. And yeah, that was nice. Next game for them is tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
Another home game.
Home against the Wild. Yeah, they've got 4 in a row here. So the third out of the 4 will be tomorrow against the Wild. So you've already seen them once. Got to avenge the loss from earlier this year. Hopefully the Jackets can get that done.
Yeah. Good night for it, too, because we know we don't have a Buckeye football game. We got another idle weekend here, so they're having a different bye week than, of course, the first one around, coming off the loss and trying to fix a bunch of things. But if you want to get out there, Jackets at home, a little Saturday night.
Yeah.
Fun night in the Arena District, right?
Should be. Tonight will be a fun night to watch some Buckeye basketball. As you mentioned, we'll have the game coverage right here on the Fan. And obviously, it's going to be kind of an interesting one because it's an exhibition, doesn't count for anything, but it's an in-state rival that we'd like to have more of, right? UC playing Ohio State,
and you know
in Cincinnati. That's a good thing.
This is your way to get the game, too. The Fan. This is how you get the game.
It's the only place you're going to have it, right? It's not on TV.
You want to know what's going on? Have a nice little throwback fireside chat basketball game. Paul Keels and Ron Stokes with a fireside chat.
Which one of them is FDR?
It's Michi and Bruce scoring buckets of points.
Yeah, that was FDR who had the fireside chats, right?
Michi Johnson drove the lane.
Yes, well, you hear.
He dished it
we
to
do
Bruce.
need. Ted, do we have firewood crackling in a fireplace? Because I would like that just to set the mood tonight.
That's going to be my post-game show.
I like it. That's good.
Firewood crackling.
I also hope
talking about a game that I've trying to figure out how to watch.
Yes, I also
think
hope,
of that.
I hope that you have like radio. Well, we are radio, but like old timey radio sponsors too, where it's
yeah.
Ovaltine brings. Yes, there we go. Ted. Yes, I remember watching Buckeye basketball days of yore. Jerry Lucas comes to mind. A good old Michael Redd reminds me of my youth.
Aaron Bradshaw traveled over here from Kentucky.
Yes.
The tall man indeed.
There you go. We got two of them. Got two 7-footers.
Yes.
That's nice, Ted. I like that. That makes me feel warm and fuzzy.
Makes me want to go get my fuzzy blanket, Ted.
You know what it makes me want to do?
Flip the knobs on my Zenith radio that's sitting right there on the floor. Yeah.
I like how we're talking about radio as if it's like this antiquated technology.
I know, we're on it.
But what we're saying is
we're on it right now.
When there's no other TV, that's what this is, where people had giant radios in their living rooms back in the 40s.
Right. We're not talking about you guys in your car or listening on the app or the web or watching on YouTube.
You can hear all this.
All that
you
stuff,
can hear
right?
all this on the app, on the web, in your car.
We're talking about you're in your home and you're just listening to the radio. That's it.
Yeah.
Those were the days, right, Bone?
Some of the best sports memories happen when you're listening to the radio, right? That's what we want. We want them. I mean, we want them for here weekdays 3 to 6. We hope you enjoy that, and of course 6 to 8 with the Buckeye Show,
right?
All our other fine programming. But
I mean, baseball on the radio. I mean, that's just classic, right?
When you can listen to Paul Keels do play-by-play, football or basketball,
right?
That is an event, and that's what you get tonight.
Have Paul be your Marty Brenneman,
or have him be
your Hammy.
Your Tom Hamilton. By the way, did they have anything going on last night?
Swung on, hit high, hit deep to left. There she goes. How about that? A walk-off, two-run home run to the bleachers and left by David Fry. The magical 2024 season is not done by any means. Cleveland with a 7-5 10th inning win.
That is Tom Hamilton, of course, on the Cleveland Guardians radio network.
It is so good. It's perfect. How long was that clip that you just played?
It's like 40 seconds.
It felt like it was 10.
I know. Tom Hamilton's one of the best in our business, but obviously when he gets to call something like that, a moment like that every kid who's ever picked up a baseball bat dreams of, David Fry got to live that. Not the only time this postseason he's got to have that moment.
I said it last night, he's morphing into David Freeze.
No kidding,
That's what he's morphing into.
Yeah, and how about
who just was there, big play David, just anytime the Cards needed something, he was there to provide it.
How about, and you wouldn't get there if you didn't get old Big Christmas started off. John Kenzie Noel getting you going.
Had to have it in the ninth. I mean, that one, can
I just say,
bottom of the ninth.
Guardians, here's what I love about the way, number one, I gave up on this team after game 2. I said, okay, they're probably cooked.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough. This Yankees team.
It's the Yankees,
didn't
and they're
get a
starting to get it
split there.
together. Yeah.
But you know what? Good for them for not giving up. And then during this game, too, you see what the Yankees are doing, and you're like, all right, this is
done. Yeah,
this is
ain't
probably
happening.
over.
Down 2 in the 9th. No. When they got that insurance run, you're like, that's it.
They didn't stop.
That's
but
it.
they didn't stop. They
No.
didn't pull back. And then what you see, I love it when both these guys, when they hit those bombs, there was no like, let me just toss the bat gently and trot down first base to make sure it was like instantaneous. As soon as they hit the ball, they slammed the bat down and were like, that's out. See ya. Good luck with that. Beautiful. I love the confidence from this Guardians team. I love they're not giving up. It's all time stuff there last night. If you were at that game, you will be telling people you were at that game until you are 80, 90 years old, and even then.
Lucky
Yeah.
if you bought a ticket and you were at that game. And the way that Tom lets the natural sound do the talking in that clip, because that's what it is, right? You are in this fever pitch, and it's just still something magical about baseball where you've got the crack of the bat and the deep drive. And it's 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, bottom of the 10th, whatever it is. And you know that with one swing of the bat, you're going to win this game and get that walk around the bases. Is there any better feeling in sports than a walk-off dinger?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe hitting a 3 at the buzzer could be like that. I don't know.
You don't get your time to shine because it's you get to trot those bases.
That's fair.
And then in basketball, you're just running around and then you might get dog-piled or whatever.
Yeah, that's
but in
right.
baseball, you did that. You get to trot around the path.
I
don't know
love
if there's anything that can top that.
No, you're probably right. You also can't top Tom Hamilton whenever someone hits the home run. I don't know if he did it on that call, but he does it on most of them where he does, a swing and a drive. Way back. Like, he doesn't say way back. He does the way back. Like, he gives you that little harumph, that little extra. And I love it. I could eat
He was
that
here.
up.
Tommy was here.
Tom Hamilton was, used to call Buckeye games back in the day. Columbus fans know. We know. We love him. It's great. And you know what? Even if you're not a Guards fan, I'm sure you can appreciate that. As long as you're not a Yankees fan, you probably could appreciate that moment.
I very much appreciate it. I love the video that the guy took that I reposted from way far back on an apartment building.
Oh, yeah. And he could just hear the crowd.
Oh, my God. That was so cool. I watched that 100 times last
One of the
night.
best things you can have in sports. And anybody who was near that stadium last night got to experience it. That's pretty great. Coming up next, former Olympian is attempting to reenact the movie Scarface, but not in a good way. I'll explain next. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to run into some slowdown due to an accident on eastbound 70 on the east side near Livingston Avenue. And we also have a slowdown due to a crash if you're on Olentangy River Road at West Henderson Road. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save up to $160 on select sets of 4 Nokian tires. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer ends October 31st. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
If your air conditioning or furnace stops working in the middle of the night, on a weekend, or over a holiday, there's no reason to wait to get it fixed. For 100 years, Atlas Butler has been here for your family. We're always open, we work on all furnace and air conditioner brands, and it's easy and convenient to request service. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Looking for your next Subaru? At Byers Airport Subaru, we give you options from start to finish. Browse and shop entirely online from the comfort of your home at columbussubaru.com or stop by and visit one of our friendly brand specialists just by the airport.
Right now, you can get the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester for 3.9% for up to 48 months.
Whether you prefer to click or come in, we've got you covered. Your journey starts at Byers Airport Subaru. Come see why it's better to buy at Byers.
Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 48 months on 2025 Subaru Forester. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 10/31/24.
Direct auto insurance is for uncompromisers. Like Matt. When his old car insurance got so expensive, do you think he walked until his sneakers wore out? No, because he found savings with Direct Auto so he could drive instead of compromise. With savings of up to 25% on state minimum coverage, you too can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com or a store near you. Savings vary, terms apply. National General.
Tickets are on sale now at BuckeyeCountrySuperFest.com.
Yeah, that's how I get by. Lord, that's how I get by.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app or listen at home on your smart speaker or open up the iHeartRadio app or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at The Fan.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here for my friends at Affinity Whole Health. Affinity is the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy, but they are also much more than that. They help men and women who are experiencing things like low energy, low libido, muscle loss, and weight gain. Turn it all around. You can feel amazing and live better, just like I can. It can be delivered right to your door, which is tremendous. Semaglutide for weight loss and testosterone and hormone replacement therapy for so much more. I've been a customer for years and it works. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Nothing makes being outdoors better than having the right gear and the right crew. So here's an idea. Let Mountain Dew supply the gear and you bring the friends. Because when you buy specially marked multi-packs of Mountain Dew, you can collect points and earn epic limited edition outdoor gear. We're talking everything from custom Mountain Dew camp chairs and backpack coolers to exclusive Mountain Dew tents, fishing boats, and more. So buy Dew, collect points, get gear, and get outside with Mountain Dew outdoor gear.
Open to legal U.S. residents 18+. Subject to program terms at dooutdoors.com and 12/31/24. Void or prohibited.
You know, Ohio's Supreme Court makes headlines for the wrong reasons. They even ruled it's okay for boneless chicken wings to have bones that can choke kids.
But we can stop their extreme one-party politics by voting for Mike Donnelly, Melody Stewart, and Lisa Forbes for Ohio's Supreme Court.
Right. Ohio's newspapers say Donnelly, Stewart, and Forbes are the clear choice.
We need an experienced, independent court we can trust. And Donnelly, Stewart, and Forbes will judge the Reproductive Freedom Amendment fairly and honestly, protecting our rights, safety, and families.
Ohioans deserve independent justice, transparency, and equal treatment under the law. That's why we really need Donnelly, Stewart, and Forbes to provide checks and balances.
Don't stop fighting for your rights, freedoms, and choices. But do remember to vote for Mike Donnelly, Melody Stewart, and Lisa Forbes.
Paid for by Donnelly for Supreme Court, Stewart for Ohio Supreme Court, and Forbes for Justice.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Today, looking at sunny skies, high 69. Not quite as cold tonight, low 42. Sunny tomorrow, high 71. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Fat and happy. Hey, 1 out of 2 isn't bad. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Welcome in. Hope you're enjoying the show. You can always stop by the YouTube chat. You can just find us on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan. Wherever you go to get your YouTube, which I presume is YouTube, you then type in 971 The Fan, and you'll see the live stream right there. Hop in. The chat is there. The people in the chat are very nice. I welcome the chat. I love the chat. Timmy, don't you love the chat?
I love the chat, too. Everybody there is wonderful. I did have to say, shout out to our gal Lulu. We weren't able to make what is that noise? Is that your PC?
Oh my God!
Is the sound up?
The sound was up to 100. Who leaves the sound up on the computers in here?
How is it even allowed to play sound?
God. Oh my God!
This is a studio. It's a talk studio. It should be shut off. It should be severed. Connection severed.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Yes, that was me. My bad. Go ahead.
No, it's not your fault. It shouldn't even play.
That was me talking into the YouTube, and then the YouTube was playing.
Is that what that was?
Yes,
is that what that was? Oh
that
my
was my
God.
voice. Yes.
YouTube audio playing.
Oh,
you were reading
this place.
No, I was saying shout out to Lulu from upstairs, Paige.
Yes.
Because, and I already caught some flack for it because I went up there for a second and Heather was back and Jen was back and some of the other sales associates were back. and she had her bridal shower lunch, like the work lunch today.
They had a work lunch, which
was right
like
at noon,
shower.
and you and I were prepping the show. We had some stuff going on here today, so we were stuck back at work. So
yes,
sorry, Lulu. I hope it was good.
I like the way you say. It sounded a little bit like a current presidential candidate. Like, sorry, Lulu. I know you just kind of got a little of that.
I know. I said we would attend. That was a month ago. Never any idea what the schedule would look like today.
Yeah, it was a little crazy today. A little crazy schedule. That's all right. So this is the story that I didn't think I would have today on our sheet, but it's here. We have a former Olympian who's being charged. He's wanted in a U.S. drug trafficking case, wanted by the FBI. The man's name is Ryan James Wedding.
Never heard of him.
Me
You
either.
say he's an Olympian.
Actually, he's not a U.S. Olympian.
Canadian?
Or a U.S. American. He is a Canadian Olympian. He is a former Olympic snowboarder for Canada. He was running a drug trafficking ring that shipped vast amounts of cocaine across the Americas and killed 4 people.
Oh, my God.
This is...
The FBI.
This is not my kind of guy, I got to tell you.
This is not my kind of guy. The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for information that will lead to an arrest and extradition of this man.
Yeah, well, because, I mean, wherever he is, they may have to bring him to justice. And if the FBI wants him, but he's in Canada, then you have to extradite him from Canada to the U.S. or wherever else he may be.
Does Canada, I'm assuming they do that? Canada's into extradition?
No extradition with Venezuela.
Don't you love when we're watching our movies or shows and we have to find a country with no extradition?
Yes, no extradition.
The Fast and the Furious guys were always looking to go to countries with no extradition.
That's right. Well, that's
my family.
That's kind of the only. That's the only way I kind of learned about that was through popular culture. I didn't.
Me too. Yeah.
I've never had to flee the government, so I've never really had to look for countries where you can't be extradited
we
from.
need to know the countries with no extradition.
I'm sure there's a list. I mean,
Let's find out.
You probably go on doacrime.com and you
think
search,
Brazil,
just type in like
you think Brazil has extradition?
Yes. I'm going to say we work.
What do you think, Teddy?
I'm going to say we do work with Brazil. I'm going to say Brazil will extradite your ass right back here.
Think Brazil extradites?
No, they don't.
Are you saying Ted, you said that like you knew?
Yes, Brazil has extradition treaties with several countries, including the U.S. and the U.K.
Well, then,
send your ass back.
All right.
Get out.
Here's what Ryan James Wedding, Canadian citizen who was living in Mexico, is considered a fugitive and is a former Olympic snowboarder. Here's what he did. He's 43 years old. He apparently was part of a group of people that moved large shipments of cocaine from Colombia through Mexico and California to Canada and other locations in the U.S. using long-haul semi-trucks. Wedding is one of 16 people charged in connection with a ring that moves 60 tons of cocaine a year. And 4 of them remain fugitives of those 16.
Tons
a year.
Oh, my God.
Right. I mean, that is, by my quick math, that is 120,000 pounds of cocaine.
2,000 pounds, right? I know we're idiots,
for a ton.
but a ton's 2,000.
2,000 for a ton.
Yeah. So double it up.
This is all from Martin Estrada, U.S. attorney in Los Angeles. He said he chose to become a major drug trafficker and chose to become a killer.
Apparently he did.
Part of this, I guess they arrested a dozen people over the last couple weeks in Florida, Michigan, Canada, Colombia, and Mexico, all connected to this case, and they've all pointed to him and said, now this is the guy. He competed in the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City as a snowboarder, but they also said he killed 2. He's part of a group. I don't know who pulled a trigger or whatever, but they said that this group killed 2 members of a family in Canada in retaliation for stolen drug shipments. And what officials said was a case of mistaken identity, as well as 2 other people, according to officials in federal court filings. So murder, cocaine, weapons, ammo, cash, $3 million in crypto.
My God.
They had everything. I mean, this is a full-fledged, like, you are a criminal. This allegedly. If he did all this, obviously he will go to jail for a very long time.
So this guy was banging back in the 2002 Winter Olympics.
My guy should have stuck.
City.
My guy should have stuck with the half pipe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or the parallel giant slalom, the GS, as we call it in the biz.
Is that it? The GS?
I love the GS.
Did you ever play that SSX Tricky? That was one of my favorite games. What
about the front side 1080 fakie?
Well, that's not
one of those down.
Was that a game? Did you play?
No, that's a move.
That's a move.
No, the game. What was
SSX Tricky?
SSX Tricky.
That's the one I played.
I feel like there was another more popular, just straight up snowboard game.
Wow, look at you.
On PlayStation or something.
Yeah, Bone, I like what you said. I feel like there was one that like the normal people played.
Let me just string bean you here.
Loser and you play.
I've actually fought a bear, Bone. That's cool how you saw a bear, but the one I saw was bigger.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that guy. Yeah.
I know. No one remembers this guy.
No one remembers this guy.
If it was Bodie Miller, we'd all remember.
Yeah. 1080. Apparently, Jimmy on the chat says 1080 was a game.
1080. Yeah, 1080 I think was a game. There was
I thought SSX Tricky
that
was
might be a game. I'll look that up. I don't remember it. There was a nice arcade game, too, where I think you would get on a snowboard type of thing and it had bars on the side.
I feel like that might have been.
That was hot for maybe 5 years or so. It would be in Dave & Buster's, D&B's.
Now I got to look
you call it.
Yeah. I think that was SSX Tricky. Am I wrong? I think that's it. Yeah, I know exactly. That's it. That's SSX. And you could get it on PlayStation or whatever else, too.
All right, that's the game.
They had the little machine you could stand on, and it was like a swivel board that you could get onto.
By the way, no extradition countries to the U.S. here. I got a little list of it.
Give it to me.
So the safe havens, if we want to get into a life of crime,
unless if you want to
get out.
Speak for yourself.
Montenegro, Indonesia. Is it Moldova?
Moldova.
Yeah. Max Moldova, Buckeye golfer.
Okay.
Cambodia.
All right.
Cuba. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Figured.
Morocco.
Oh.
Chill in Casablanca.
Oh, yeah.
Just stay there forever.
I didn't know Morocco rolled like that.
I didn't know either.
You could just show up in Morocco and be like, yeah, we're good.
Doesn't John Wick like Casablanca?
Oh,
he
is that
spent
where he
time
goes?
there in one of his movies?
I think he
What's
went
the matter with
somewhere. I mean, I can't remember if it was Casablanca or not.
Haven't you seen it like 20 times?
Well, I have, but I don't follow exact details of every country that he steps into. Because he did go around the world there. And,
what's the name of his hotel? What's the name of the hotel they go to?
Isn't that
the Continental?
Continental?
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, I got that.
Just don't mess with anybody's dog. That's why Ted started watching it, because you know Ted's like, this guy goes on revenge for a dog, and that's exactly where Ted is.
Right. John Leguizamo's his friend. He goes and talks to him in the shop after the dog thing happens. They take his Ford Mustang and all that. Uganda, Vietnam, other ones.
Well, I just want to get it out there. If you are someone who is thinking about competing in the Olympics, and then you're thinking after that, if it doesn't work out, don't worry, I've got a fallback plan, and that is to sell drugs and murder people. Don't do it.
No.
That's what I'm going to say. Don't do it. I'm on the record.
Bad.
I don't like it.
I'm anti.
I'm anti as well.
You know, in this political realm, I'd like to take a stance. My stance is against that.
T-Bone and Timmy Hall here for not selling drugs and murdering people. Our opponents say...
Some other candidates might be for that, right? But not us.
Not us.
Take a stand.
That's right. Saturday Showcase is next. All the college football action you need. We'll discuss it, Man and Bone, on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at a 45-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking 3 right lanes. If you need to travel westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt after Sawmill Road, you're going to find traffic is stop and go from 315. And construction is causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 33 after 270 on the East Outer Belt. Things are moving slow there from Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change wants you to breathe out your oil anxiety and breathe in automotive peace. Visit them today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
There's a shocking new government report about the border crisis Sherrod Brown created. According to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, almost 500,000 convicted criminals have entered our country illegally, including nearly 30,000 found guilty of murder and sexual assault, including rape in their home countries. Now they are spread out across America because of Sherrod Brown's policies. But Sherrod Brown says,
I don't hear a lot about immigration from voters.
That's because Sherrod Brown doesn't listen to voters anymore. And while our safety is being jeopardized, Sherrod Brown is making sure illegals get taxpayer-funded benefits, like health care for illegals who get amnesty, Social Security, even COVID relief checks, all paid for by you. 31 years in Washington has changed Sherrod Brown. He's not for us anymore. He's way too liberal for Ohio. American Crossroads paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. AmericanCrossroads.org.
Breaking news. In this gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Is it time for a new or used car? Visit Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161, home of the Tansky Promise, where our salespeople aren't paid on commission. We have a 72-hour exchange policy, and every transaction is upfront and transparent. You can even start the process at home. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to start your purchase today and to see all of this month's specials. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change wants you to breathe out your oil change-anxiety. And breathe in automotive peace. Visit us today.
A single cloud can weigh 550 tons. A sports car fits inside a hippo's mouth. NJM Insurance puts policyholders first. Seems unbelievable, but it's all true and approved by legal. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit NJM.com for a quote.
You're listening to the Mount Carmel Football Injury Report, featuring the latest player injury updates from a fellowship-trained Mount Carmel sports medicine specialist physician, so you know who's in and who's out for this week's games.
Our doctor, as always, is Dr. Brian Galoni. Doc, let's talk injuries. Washington Commanders defensive tackle Jonathan Allen, torn pec muscle. He is out for the year. How do you know when that sharp pain you feel when you're doing some activity is a strain versus a tear?
Great question, T-Bone. Muscle tears, muscle strains are really all kind of part of this continuum of an injury. You go do that really hard workout and your muscle aches, probably little tiny microscopic tears in there. They heal up, but they heal up, make the muscle stronger. That's not a bad thing. But then you do that really tough thing and you pull something that really hurts. The complete tears tend to be much more painful. But the other thing is you're going to have a lot of bleeding. If you see bruising, and then obviously you're talking about torn muscles, you're going to have weakness. Whatever that muscle does, you're not going to be able to do it. In this case, able to push forward with your arms, that's what those pec muscles do. If you got a complete tear, you're not going to be able to do it. And of course, any obvious defect, if you look at it, you're like, oh man, that looks really different than the other side. Those are warning signs you got something bigger going on there.
And then for the Browns, Nick Harris, their center, has a fractured fibula. He is out for the season too. Last week we had Will Fries, who had a tibia injury. What's the difference between those two?
Will Fries, he broke that big shin bone. I mean, you break that thing, you can't walk or anything. That's a major weight-bearing bone. Nick broke his fibula. That's a little thin bone that runs along the outside part of your tibia. If you crack that bone, it hurts, but you can walk on it. Typically, those things heal up well unless it's a full-fledged fracture and no longer the bones, they're not even close to lining up, or you got multiple breaks. They were talking about surgery with him, probably something more than just a simple cracked bone.
Thanks again, Doc. We appreciate it. We'll talk next week.
Sounds good, T-Bone.
That was the Mount Carmel Football Injury Report with T-Bone. Mount Carmel, because of you.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
And from every dime a dog night in the Midwest,
Because he's fat.
Here's Man and Bone.
Man and Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company right here on The Fan. Plenty to get to today. We have got all the things you need when it comes to Tool of the Week. I mean, we don't have them yet because you have to tweet them to us, but you can tweet those to us at Man and Bone 971. The other thing you can do, 614-787-3093. That is the text burner phone. You can text us. I'm sure.
Okay.
You can text us. We are going to be doing NFL picks coming up later this hour.
Picks?
Or, not this hour.
And what's the format? Like we match up with a caller.
Yes.
Each of us
So
do.
each of us will have a texter that we will be playing for. So if you want to be one of those people, text us now. Just say, I want to be NFL picks.
That's right. We pick for the people.
Yeah.
We pick
so
for the
you can
people.
text us right now and do that.
We do it for you guys.
614-787-3093. But right now, we've got to do a little Saturday showcase.
Common Man and T-Bone present Saturday Showcase.
Sponsored by The Waterworks. From sump pumps and water heaters to full heating and cooling repair and replacement. The Waterworks tackles it all. Call 614-232-2222 today.
Even though it's Saturday Showcase, we're going to start off tonight with a little bit of action in the Big Ten featuring Oregon, fresh off A big victory. We all are very familiar with that. 8 p.m. on Fox. They are traveling to West Lafayette, Indiana to face Purdue. Couldn't be bad, right? They're 1-5. Purdue sucks. There's no way they could beat Oregon. Or could they?
Well, as far as throwing this game into the Saturday showcase, the fifth one was kind of a straggler, maybe a chance for a wild card. So we said, what the heck? We've seen some bad things happen at Purdue, right? Yes.
Little wild card.
Little wild card, Wildcat sound. So Purdue is 1-5 and still looking for their first Big Ten win. Oregon, of course, is the number 2 team in the country, 6-0, 3-0 in the Big Ten. It's going to be my kind of weather game, 58 degrees and cloudy. What a gorgeous night for football out there in West Lafayette. Of course, Oregon coming off the 32-31 win over the Buckeyes. But hey, Purdue started down the road of figuring things out, at least offensively. I was blown away that they could even be in the game on the road at Illinois.
Yeah.
With what Brett Bielema had established now for the Illini. I mean, it was a couple years ago. They almost went to the Big House, sign stealing and all, and should have won that game. We've all got calls that go against us, right? Illinois had a call that went against them in that game, and that was right there at the end. They had it for the taking. So the fact that this Purdue team with Ryan Brown, not Hudson Card, under center, goes and has a 2-point conversion in the OT to try to beat Illinois, maybe there's something there. Probably not, right? They are a 29.5-point dog, but we do live in a world where Vanderbilt just got Alabama. So let's just be on notice. Let's check the halftime score. All right? That's what I ask.
Yeah,
check the halftime score, see what we got cooking tonight in West Lafayette.
Spread's 29.5. You know, Oregon might have been a little beat up from playing Ohio State. I don't know. That could be a thing. Just keep an eye on it. Next up tomorrow, big nooner on Fox. Nebraska 5-1. They are in Bloomington Memorial Stadium to take on number 16th ranked Indiana 6-0. Kurt Cignetti.
Oh,
Google him.
Google this guy. You know what? Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. We are going to be there in an unofficial capacity. Anthony Rothman heading out there. He's got the Jayhawks. He's got the Hoosiers. Alma mater. Two great sports institutions there.
Yeah.
He's going to be in Bloomingtown taking this one in. This could be the biggest home game in Indiana football history. 5-1 Nebraska, 6-0 IU. Everything that you've got cooking. I cannot believe that Kurt Cignetti, whatever their schedule is, the fact that he's got them undefeated going into their 7th game of the season. And how about their transfer quarterback? Do you know about their OU Bobcat transfer?
Oh, that's right.
Curtis Rourke, who's putting up big numbers right now. 14 touchdown passes to just 2 interceptions, almost 1,800 yards through the air. He is smoking Dylan Rayola's numbers. I know Dylan's a freshman, but a stud freshman who's got the Patrick Mahomes swag.
Yeah.
What a year so far for Rourke.
By the way, tickets, get in the door price. Tickets as low as $127 is the get in the door price for that one.
Got to be the biggest game in history.
It's a noon game, and you're getting night game prices on that.
There's just no way.
That should be a lot of fun.
When the Buckeyes go there, are tickets $130 to get in the door?
I don't think they're that much, honestly,
dude. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's something. Speaking of ticket prices, this next game, tickets as low as $306 to get in to see number 7 Alabama 5-1 on the road to take on a 5-1 number 11th ranked Tennessee. The Vols 3-point dogs at home.
I will say, as we talk Alabama and Tennessee, I haven't gotten around to as many college football environments that I would have liked to because my job now keeps me locked here for studio work.
Yeah.
But I did get to take in a Tennessee game.
What'd you think of Neyland Stadium?
It's unbelievable.
Is it as good?
It's unbelievable. Everything about it, the walk to the stadium, the Rocky Top, the colors, it's college football.
It's right
Americana.
on the river there in Knoxville?
Right on the river. They're airplane bottled out the wazoo. That's the thing. They got all the shops.
Nice.
Allowed is an interesting term.
Sneak them in. You can sneak in the airplane bottles.
What you mean by allowed?
I know what you mean. You can sneak them in.
You kind of like 5-finger it there, and you stuff them in the pockets. They're not really checking. Who's checking? You get a coffee, you throw a Kahlua in there.
5-finger drink punch. Is that what they call that?
5-finger drink punch.
Yeah, that's right.
They got the crates, like the old Champion store in the mall had jerseys. They just have airplane bottles in the crates right there. So big one here, obviously, for Alabama and Tennessee, and it's going to be a classic environment.
Well, whoever loses this game, because they're both 2-1 in the SEC, whoever loses this game, you're pretty much out of it when it comes to trying to win the SEC.
Or on the brink for being
on the brink
in
for
the 12-team playoff.
Yeah, exactly right. Then you've got, that's a 3:30 game on ABC, ESPN. This one is also 3:30. I said ESPN. It's on ABC and ESPN+. 3:30 CBS and Paramount Plus has Michigan, number 24 Michigan, 4-2, taking on number 22 Illinois, 5-1. The Illinois Fighting Illini, they are 3.5-point dogs at home here.
They are.
Big ticket, though. Tickets on sale, $77. Get in the door price there at Memorial Stadium in Champaign.
So this is, I listened to a little bit of Bert's press conference from earlier the week. I like to listen to all my friends, and I'm on first name basis with them because I watch all those press conferences.
Of course.
Sometimes I cut them up, and he was emotional. Brett was talking about the Michigan loss that I mentioned, the one where they had their shot, had their opportunity to beat them, didn't get a chance to play them last year. Now they're on the schedule. This stat blew me away. So Illinois is actually looking for its first ranked versus ranked win. So both teams are ranked since 1991 in their home building.
Wow.
That's what's on the line tomorrow.
Yeah, that should be a good one. Although, go peep the Illinois uniforms if you hadn't seen them. The helmets they're doing are a throwback to
like a
Red Grange.
Love it.
But but the helmets are trying to do the leather helmet look superimposed on an actual. It's weird.
Oh,
I'm going to say the helmets look a little weird.
It's not the helmet I'm looking at in the image here, which just is orange and has the number on it, which is a nice clean look.
The one I saw is them with got like leather wrapped graphics on. It's weird. 7:30 ABC, ESPN Plus. Number 5 Georgia in Austin to take on the first-ranked Texas Longhorns. Big game there, of course, and obviously if Georgia loses this one, could mean they too struggle to figure out how to make that college football playoffs. Though they're in a pretty good spot. Texas 4.5-point favorites. They're at home.
Yeah, this is such a big game, right? This is what the newfound SEC gives us. We've seen one of these already, and now we get the Texas-Georgia clash, 1 versus 5. I think you're going to be looking at these ground games, right? How does Texas run the football? They were dominant in their last football game, and I think everybody does believe that, without a doubt, even whatever happens in this game, that Texas is a contender. They are absolutely good enough to win the national championship. I got to fall back a little bit because I was always skeptical that Sark was ever going to be the guy. All these guys have tried to bring Texas football back, and Sark was 7-win Sark, right? Couldn't get it to work at USC. There was a time here where it didn't look like it was going to work at Texas. And again, he still has to do it. We're just in the middle of the season here.
You know, every team involved in the SEC not named Texas is rooting for Georgia.
They don't want to see Sark do it.
No, well, they're rooting for Texas to lose, and then everybody's got one loss, or a lot of teams will have one loss, and then it's wide open again, and suddenly the whole conference looks better because everybody's got a loss. What are we supposed to do? Hey, and then
beating each other up.
Yeah, and then that bolsters their argument to put 7 of them in the college football playoffs, which I'm sure they'll do. All right, come back. Big weekend in Texas. You know partially why, but there's something else going on in Austin along with that football game we'll discuss next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit some stop-and-go traffic if you need to travel eastbound 70 on the west side between Central Avenue and 315. And you're looking at a 15-minute delay on southbound 71 on the north side from Morse Road to I-70. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Is water seeping into your basement? Are your basement walls cracking? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the basement waterproofing experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan. Traffic.
At AAA, it's our policy to look on the plus side, and AAA Plus members tend to take the same view. Take Martin. Last Monday, his coffee surprised him with an extra 10 degrees of Fahrenheit. It was just the jolt of energy he needed. Later, when he walked into a door, he was happy to provide entertainment for his coworkers.
I'm okay.
And when his car battery took early retirement, he knew expert roadside assistance was only a call away.
Hello, AAA.
Become a AAA Plus member and experience peace of mind on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome, Columbus, to the all-new Toyota Direct. We've expanded our showroom, enhanced our service with 6 lanes, 85 bays, and 65 techs. Enjoy the new lounges with all of the comforts and extras. And now get 0% for up to 72 months on 100% of all new 24 and 25 Toyotas. Come see your all-new Toyota Direct, the area's #1 Toyota dealer.
0% for 72 on a new 24 Tundra with approved credit. Max financed MSRP on vehicle. Cannot combine offers. Must take delivery from dealer stock by 10/31/24. See dealer for details.
The Christmas cash giveaways now at UDF. With UDrive Plus, 1 in 7 can play to win prizes instantly, including $1,000 weekly by buying specially marked items at UDF. No purchase necessary. Visit udrivecontest.com for official rules.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Quality, transparency, integrity, craftsmanship, and consistency. Those are the words that seem lost by many in the construction industry, but not on Newman Roofing. Because when your name is on it, it just means more. NewmanRoofing.com.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
Join our resident gambling degenerates, Steve Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money, Saturday morning at 9.
Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility. The Fan.
Just how liberal could Sherrod Brown be? What are his actual votes?
Well, he backed bills to allow transgender biological males to compete in girls' sports and let transgender biological men into girls' locker rooms and girls' bathrooms.
Very liberal.
Brown supported allowing children to receive puberty blockers and even sex change surgery.
Super liberal.
And worse, Brown even voted to allow late-term partial birth abortions, a procedure where the baby is partially delivered alive. That's right. Brown's votes for partial birth abortion are in the congressional record. And Sherrod Brown voted to allow this terrible procedure, not once, not twice, but 6 different times over 8 years.
That's radical liberal.
Sherrod Brown has let us down. He's just way too liberal for Ohio.
Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
Thank you for calling Great Lakes. Great Lakes Kia.
Do you like scary movies?
Nah, they don't scare me.
What does scare you?
High car payments. They make me want to scream.
And at Great Lakes Kia?
We have brand new Kias under $5 a day. Come pick one out.
Maybe I'm already here.
Cool. Lease new 24 Kia Forte LXS, EV6 Wind, and Sorrento LX. All 3 under $5 a day.
That's only $139 a month for 24 months.
Plus new 24 Kia Telluride LX under $8 a day.
$249 for 24 months.
At Great Lakes Kia.
What if I have scary credit?
No problem. Get approved with 0% financing.
Perfect. And I'm right behind you.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Great cars, great people, Great Lakes Kia.
In Columbus, GreatLakesKia.com.
Can I hang up now?
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Back when I was banging, this show slapped. Whatever the hell that means. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
You know, it's weird, Timmy. I'm not used to being in the studio on a Friday because the last couple Fridays I was either on vacation or I was at our spot we love to go to if we want to place a wager on a sporting event. That is Hollywood Casino Columbus, the ESPN Bet Sportsbook there. It's where Mike and I go to do all our banging.
She's a beaut.
It's great, right? 12,000 square feet of gambling action there for you, all to wager on sports. You have got the sportsbook window. You go up and you can tell them what you want to bet on. They will give you the little bet slip. You pay your money. And then if you lose or win, well, if you lose, you do nothing. But if you win, you get to cash it in. That's fun. Or you can go to their betting kiosk where you don't have to even talk to a person. You will have to, like, move Scotty Vegas out of the way because he'll be, like, just passed out with glee or despair, depending on how the day's going. But either way, while you're there, you can get some delicious food, some great drinks, and watch all the action on 12,000 not 12,000. That's the amount of square footage they have. Giant TVs. I don't know how many square feet of TVs there are, but they're a lot.
Lots.
They're huge.
They're big.
They're gigantic, and they're great, and they're crystal clear, too. So check them out today. Hollywood Casino Columbus, the sportsbook there. We will be back broadcasting live, I want to say in a couple weeks. So check 971thefan.com if you want to go see more.
Right before the Penn State game.
I think you're right.
Oh, boy.
As always, got to tell you.
November 1st, right?
November, is that
November
right? November 1st. There we go. We'll be there. November
Mom's
1st.
birthday.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's for Timmy's mom's birthday, not for Hollywood Casino.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Ma.
It is also for
on
Hollywood
that
Casino.
day, not today.
That's right. Then we will wish her happy birthday then.
Today is a different day entirely.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Also not Columbus Day.
What do you get your mom for her birthday, just out of curiosity? Because I know she is like,
it's a good question.
She gets
Bone.
you. She's made you some nice.
She makes
clothing.
me things.
Yes.
Yeah, she makes me like a sweater that I could turn and sell for $500 on the internet because it looks like.
Or to Dom Taberry. He's offered you $500 for that sweater. I remember he did that once in the office. Hey, let's get that sweater. It's nice.
Give it to me. Take it off your back right now.
What do you do when someone's making you something that nice, and then you're like, here's a gift card to Olive Garden. Enjoy.
I mean, you like those breadsticks,
when
the
you're
salad,
there,
right?
When you're there, your family, you know, you can
you're my
take
family.
some food. You can take some food to go. They'll pack it up for you.
Ma,
I do.
I don't know if I can give you anything else other than my love.
That's good. It's horrible because you're getting her no gift, but it's so sentimental.
Yes, that's what I have for you. What can I give the woman who has everything right now?
Yeah.
Just my love.
That's right.
And affection.
That's very nice.
And $1,000 in cash for you to spend on your next international trip.
Yeah.
And hopefully you bring me back a soccer jersey that's hot off the street.
That's right. She does do that. You get some great jerseys from them when they go traveling.
Who do you think gave me the famous Hungarian track jacket?
That's from Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, see? There you go.
You think that's more dad?
Hungary.
You think it's more
Hungary.
dad or Ma? Who
Probably
picked that
Mom.
out?
She was like, this looks great for my little Timmy. I'm going to get this for him. He's such a good boy. He looks
He's a
like
good, clean boy.
He may be Hungarian. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what our ancestry is. But
well, I am. We are part Hungarian.
I didn't know
that's
that.
That's where that comes from.
That's beautiful.
She's
went back to the homeland.
Yeah, she's half Hungarian. So
I'm all Hungarian.
I mean, she's not half Hungarian, but
food. I am always Hungarian all the time.
Me too.
I want food 24/7.
I am Hungary. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Gary.
Mm-hmm. How's that fan cafe today?
It's great.
Because I am starving.
It's great. Football meets F1. You've got the Austin, that's the home of Texas. That's where the game's going to be. Them taking on Georgia, this big football game. Of course, everyone's going to be eyes on that.
There's also a bloodsucker named Anthony Precourt.
There is that, but they're so far away removed from the downtown.
They don't
that
matter.
You wouldn't even, it doesn't even register.
And they don't matter.
Their team sucks. But you also have the Formula One race going on. So you have all of these people from around the world who love Formula One racing, who are going to check in on that, who are going to be traveling there, coupled with college football fans vying for the number one spot in college football. So I'm just saying, I would love to go to a bar in Austin this weekend where you have some Georgia Bulldog fans and some Max Verstappen fans from the Netherlands that are just there, all drinking the same beer, looking at each other and going, you're also passionate about your thing that I don't really understand, but I'm glad you're doing your thing. I would like to believe there's some crossover fans, but by and large, they're probably two very separate fan bases, but they're going to be commingling, and I love that.
It's a cool town. If for folks that have been there, they know. I mean, there's so much into their music scene.
Better than Columbus is what you're saying?
No, it's about
move
on par.
The team there is what you're saying? Yeah, just move the team, huh? Get rid of the crew again.
Stop
Take
it.
over to Austin, is that what it is?
Jeez.
I hear you.
Why are you spinning it that way?
They should have two
that
teams.
guy.
Two teams, yeah. That's what they should have, right, Timmy? You said that. I believe that's exactly what you said.
I hate
Two
that.
teams for Austin. No teams for Columbus.
I hate that guy. You know what? Austin sucks, and you should never do mail order barbecue from the Salt Lick. I tried it before, and it 3 times they kept sending me back the barbecue. It was not even edible. I felt like a wolf trying to tear into my meat. It was so tough.
Is it
Jack Stacks all the way, Kansas City?
Is it Franklin Barbecue where they queue up? I mean, I know there's other ones too, but I think Franklin
Barbecue
makes it possible.
Makes it possible.
I feel like it's Franklin Barbecue. It's one of the legendary spots there, but I could be wrong.
That could be. But the Salt Lick is the famous spot. It's outside of Austin. It's probably right next to the soccer stadium.
Stadium.
Yeah.
That's right.
All the way outside.
Bunch of losers.
And they've got the big pit there in the middle of it. They have like an outdoor area, indoor area. It was really good when I was there, but they got into the mail order game, and they suck at it.
That's too bad. Sorry to hear that.
Stay away from the barbecue. Mess you up, man.
Timmy, we have talked about a lot of food in this segment, so I think next segment we're going to change it up. Fat Boy Food Tip is next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some slow-moving traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 from 71 to Neal Avenue. And things are stop and go on southbound 315. From North Broadway to 3rd Avenue, you're looking at a 35-minute delay there. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Savings vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking for a trusted heating and cooling company? James Laurinaitis here for Custom Air. When I come home from a football game, I know that I'm walking into comfort. That's because Custom Air is on my team. When Custom Air does my semi-annual maintenance checkup, I trust them to spot any issues early on, so it'll save me money down the road. Don't let your HVAC call for a timeout this season. Tackle fall and winter like a pro. Go to customairco.com and schedule your maintenance today. Custom solutions, custom comfort. Custom Air.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Is it time for a new or used car? Visit Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161, home of the Tansky Promise, where our salespeople aren't paid on commission. We have a 72-hour exchange policy, and every transaction is upfront and transparent. You can even start the process at home. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to start your purchase today and to see all of this month's specials. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Every time I go to get groceries, it's so expensive. It's all changed so much in such a short time because of the Democrats' inflation. As a single mom, sometimes it's hard to put food on the table for my family. Sherrod Brown has only made the problem worse. Brown put Kamala's radical agenda before us and voted for her Inflation Act. Now we're stuck with the consequences, and prices are at a 40-year high. But it's an election year. He's pretending to fight for us. Well, where was Brown's help before? Sherrod Brown's shown he will only hurt families like mine. That's why I'm supporting Bernie Moreno. Together with President Trump, Moreno will fight to lower prices on groceries for families and stop Brown and Kamala's skyrocketing inflation. I trust Bernie Moreno and President Trump to always put America's families first.
I'm Bernie Moreno, candidate for U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Bernie Moreno for Senate and NRSC.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 2 trips to a Buckeye postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
We've seen it before. Politicians and lobbyists playing games, drawing voting maps to keep power in their hands, not ours. Courts have ruled Ohio's voting districts unconstitutional 7 times, while our communities have been left out again and again. But this November, you have a chance to change that with Issue 1. Issue 1 will make it illegal for politicians to manipulate voting districts for themselves or their own party. Instead, it creates an open, transparent process where a diverse group of citizens, not politicians, will draw the lines. No more backroom deals, no more gerrymandering, just fairer maps that represent our communities. Issue 1 gives you and me the power to ensure everyone's vote counts. This is about real change, a chance to end the games and make our voices heard. So vote yes on Issue 1, fair representation, and power to the people. Paid for by citizens, not politicians.
This year's starting lineup at Honda Marysville is as strong as ever, so come see us.
Choose from Ohio's largest selection of Hondas and get 0% for 60 on any new CRV, HRV, Passport, Pilot, or Ridgeline with a trade.
Honda's built here, Honda's sold here. Honda Marysville. We're closer than you think.
0% with approved credit and 80% of MSRP financed. 2010 or newer trade with KBB appraisal at $2,500 or more. Must take delivery from dealer stock 10/31/24.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
And I'm Timmy Hall. In college football, the 4th-ranked Buckeyes are idle this weekend. No game, but a big 3:30 game tomorrow as number 7 Alabama is at number 11 Tennessee. Another huge top 5 matchup because it's all in the SEC. 7:30, number 5 Georgia goes to number 1 Texas. NFL on tap on Sunday, Battle for Ohio. Browns will host the Bengals at 1. It'll be right here on The Fan. Coverage at 11. Running back Jerome Ford going to miss the game with a hamstring injury. It's okay. The long-awaited return of Nick Chubb should help. ALCS Game 4 at 8:08 tonight at Progressive. Yanks still up 2-1. NLCS Game 5 is first. 5:08 New York. Dodgers up 3-1 on Bones Mets. This one is sponsored by Dormar Heating and Air Conditioning. Need an emergency repair? Dormar can be there today. Guaranteed. Visit them at dormarheating.com.
Let's see. High school, Buckeyes, Browns, kids in the retention pond. It must be Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Football is good. The Fan. Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
Oh, yes. And I'll tell you what, on this show yesterday, Timmy, we had Tyvis Powell on for a hot minute as he did the crossover before your guys' Buckeye show, which you did. And Tyvis dropped a bomb on us. If you missed this. Tyvis came in and said he had tried Taco Bell breakfast for the first time. And if you missed that segment, you should go back, listen to the podcast. It's there yesterday. It will be like the last 10 minutes of the show, basically. Go check out that segment. Podcast's always there, brought to you by our friends at Care Heating and Cooling. We love those guys and gals. But Tyvis telling me that gave me such a warm feeling.
I know what you mean. Isn't it great?
He had never tried Taco Bell breakfast. He had heard about it. He tried it, and he said it was awesome.
It was divine.
Yes, he was so excited about it, and it made me excited about it.
Yeah.
And so what do you think I did today? I went out and got Taco Bell breakfast.
Good for you. Good for you.
I probably would have done that anyway, to be honest, but it happened.
It's all just a circle. It's just the circle of love, circle of life. Isn't it great getting a chance to mold Tyvis into a more real person?
You mean a round person? Just like us? That's what I'm trying to get him to be a round person like me. That's what's happen.
That's the funny thing about it, is Tyvis is an ex-athlete. He's tall. It would take a lot.
Oh, I know.
It would take a lot of screwing up.
He's already in his head about it.
Frame.
No, he's already in his head about it. He thinks he's like so overweight.
Well, that will keep him thin. That mentality is going to keep him that way. But it's up to us to let him know it is okay if you have a cheeseburger every now and then.
Yeah.
That's not going to kill you.
It's all right.
And then he's funny, obviously, because he talks out of both sides of his ass, because he'll have candy all week. I'll be here doing a Buckeye show all week, and he'll be munching on candy and Nerds gummy clusters and combos, hanger bags out the wazoo of everything. And then the next week he's going on and on about, I'm too fat.
I know. He does that all the time.
Look at me. I'm 252 pounds. I'm fat.
Yeah.
I'm on a diet.
He says that, and I say, Tyvis, if I got to 252 pounds, they would throw a parade for me. They would be like, my God, look at this.
Awaken 180
Adonis.
Won't even be able to take you.
They couldn't even handle it.
No, they can't handle
even know what to do.
Too hot to handle.
Yeah. Tyvis, I hope that all the ups and downs with your food eating, I don't know why I said it that way, all the ups and downs with your food, I hope it doesn't wreck anything on your stomach, but if it does, hopefully it won't be too bad. Where is Tyvis this weekend? What's he doing?
Tyvis
is he in Illinois for the Michigan
Illinois? Yeah, he'll be in Champagne tomorrow doing the show with the other Hall, Mike Hall.
Yeah. Not as we used to, you know what?
The better Hall.
Your initial nickname when you first got here, Mike called you Dream Job in the office because of Mike Hall being on Dream Job. And then Timmy Hall, that's what he had to start off with. And we said that doesn't work.
How about the fact Why did I sound like that? How about
Hey, and by the way,
either a little Joe, a little Dana, or a little Will Ferrell. Right? Hey, how about that?
Yeah.
The earth was made of cheese.
Right.
No, so we've got Tyvis
working with
his
Mike
buddies
Hall.
with Mike Hall.
Yes.
And then we were obviously good buddies until Adam King killed him with Dave Holmes.
Dave Holmes, who also was on Dream Job on ESPN.
But and that's it. Just
That's
the
right.
two. Those are the two dream jobbers. We know them both. I mean, I don't know Mike, but Tyvis knows him.
You know
so by
what? We could get to
association.
know Mike Hall pretty easily. I'm sure
on the-
he'd take the call.
He'd come
if
on the
we
Buckeye
asked him.
show. I even asked Tyvis a couple weeks ago, why don't you get Mike Hall on the show? It'll be funny. Like,
Yeah.
you
He'd
work
jump
with this
on.
hall, you work with it. We'll like 2 halls here. We'll kind of fight over you. It'll be
Yeah,
funny.
That's right. I think, well, big hat. Be funny. That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? 2 halls. I'm all.
That's
He's
right.
all.
There's 2 halls.
Both
Let's
work
go.
with Tyvis. Be funny. Funny
Yeah.
show. Funny segment.
I like that. And you know what? It's sad that Dave Holmes is dead and Adam King got him murdered. But if he was alive,
At least he's here.
I would say he's doing a great job on whatever channel I'm not allowed to watch that he's on now.
Right.
He's doing awesome.
Close your eyes.
I miss you, Dave, but glad you're doing well in the new spot.
Saw him out at the blue carpet last night.
How is he?
He was there with his coworker, Kellyanne.
Oh yeah, Kellyanne Stitz. Yep, our gal. Literally, I saw that she and
I saw
Whitney
that too.
Harding.
It was a great photo.
and Jen Winters and who else? Oh, obviously Nicole.
Kellyanne.
No,
And
and Nicole from 10 TV.
Nicole Sheeran, our very own.
They were all together and did a little photo of like all these people, all these women working in sports media in Columbus, and it was very cool.
Whitney said something about love my gals.
That's great.
Women working in Columbus,
Very
covering
good
the
to
sports
see.
teams. That was very, very cool. I love that photo.
That's awesome. All right, Fat Boy Food Tip time. Let's do it.
Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip. This is dumb. I quit.
All right, a few things for you, Timmy.
What do you got?
Butterfinger. They are launching a brand new flavor. Here's where you can
One of my
find
favorite
it.
candies of all time.
So I didn't realize that Ferrero, the people who make Ferrero Rocher candies,
Ferrero Rocher.
That group, they have acquired Butterfinger.
I didn't know that either.
They acquired them 6 years ago. They have announced.
What's better though, a Lindt Lindor or the Ferrero Rocher chocolates?
I'm going with the Lindor.
Me too.
Frankie Lindor.
The truffle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, he's great. He makes
Unbeatable.
great chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
In either case, the Butterfinger people have announced that they are launching a limited time flavor. You have to wait until April of next year to get this, and I don't understand why it takes that long to roll this out, but good for them for innovating in the Butterfinger space. Butterfinger has only ever been one flavor, and that's Butterfinger. Now you can get, in April of next year, Butterfinger Salted Caramel, which I will try and probably enjoy. I am a big enjoyer of anything salted caramel. It's my go-to flavor outside of the chocolate peanut butter profile when it comes to sweet stuff. I love salted caramel, but I will definitely go for that.
I don't know how that could be bad. It's salted caramel. It's safe.
The thing with Butterfinger is the texture's got to be good.
Of course, it's got to have the crispity crunchity. As long as you maintain that, whatever the flavor is changed to, it will still be delicious.
That's right. The DiGiorno people for Thanksgiving are bringing back the thing that they were known for as being, quite an interesting internet phenomenon. That is the Thanksgiving pizza. Are you aware of this?
I am not.
Okay.
I want to know about this because I've been off of DiGiorno, and I don't know why, for many years now.
Yeah, so here's what comes on the Thanksgiving pizza. They basically said, hey, we know times are tough and it's a little expensive to put a Thanksgiving dinner together. So if you don't want to buy all the ingredients...
Put a frozen pizza in the oven.
Well, here's what it is. It's got roasted turkey, gravy, cranberries, green beans, sweet potatoes, crispy onions, and both mozzarella and cheddar cheese on a Detroit-style crust. You know what? I'd give this a whirl. It actually looks not bad. It doesn't look terrible.
It's too much.
I would eat. What do you mean it's too much?
It's just too much. It doesn't go... It's not a pizza. It doesn't go. What
do you mean it's
doesn't
not
go
a
with
pizza?
it. It doesn't mesh with it. It's
Pizza
gross.
can be any toppings on it.
No,
yes,
pizza.
it can.
No. There's a couple. There's only a couple things you should be doing with a pizza. You either have like the marinara, the tomato-based sauce, or you're doing a California white style of pizza.
Okay,
that's really it. And then it's got to be pizza genre toppings. You can't do a Thanksgiving meal on a pizza.
Yes, you can.
I don't want a hot dog on a pizza. I've seen pizza places do that. They make me want to throw up.
I would try it. I'll try this. I'll try the Thanksgiving pizza if I can get one.
No, I don't think I could do that. And the fact that it's a frozen pizza, and I'm not against frozen pizzas, but just the fact that it's, I love frozen pizzas.
I can tell you are.
Frozen pizza connoisseur.
I can tell you hate it.
Do you like DiGiorno's just straight up, the oven rising crust?
You know what? I don't like DiGiorno's, and here's why. Because I know that frozen pizza is not going to be as good as like a fresh pizza. So if I'm going to go that route, I go where the dough is not going to be as much of a factor, and I go the thin crust route. So 9 times out of 10, if I get a frozen pizza, I'm getting one of those like
Jack's.
The Jack's or even a Red Baron or a Tony's But I know then I can well done it. I can make it all nice and crispity, and then it kind of just does away with that element of that variable of the pizza. The one exception is I do like the Screamin' Sicilian. I will get their pizza.
Oh, yeah.
I like that a lot.
That is a special treat. I love the DiGiorno oven rising, though, because I thought that the sauce to cheese ratio was always pretty good. Like plenty of sauce on that pie. But for a cheap pizza, the thin crust Jack's has been my go-to. Tombstone, all-time favorite. I have something for you in the fast food realm.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
We had a day off of school. I don't know if you guys were in class in Marysville today, but Hilliard was out.
No, we were out too.
Jack and I were hanging out. And typically when we got a morning together, we'll do a traditional sit down in the Mickey D's and have a McDonald's breakfast. So we're enjoying big breakfasts, by the way, which was great. You got the hot cakes, the biscuit, the hash brown, the eggs, which I love the fast food style eggs, just like flopped over scrambled egg. And then we're having this discussion. And he says, Dad, hear me out here. And I said, oh boy, where are we going? He says, you can have one fast food meal. It's got to be from the same place. And you can get 4 items. And this meal, not only will it not, affect your health negatively, this will be basically health food for you for the rest of your life. But it's just going to be this meal, and it can never change.
Okay.
What do you got?
Ooh.
And he said everything else, like you can still have other fast food, but it's going to be bad and crappy for you.
I eat this meal,
and you lose
weight,
ounce of body fat or a pound of body fat.
So it's like health food.
Yeah,
but it can be as bad of a meal as you want.
It's got to be from the same fast food spot.
So what would you pick for that?
And I thought about it. Yeah, I thought about it long, and I was thinking of all the different places that I've loved in my life.
You know what we should do?
We should tease it.
We should take a break, come back, and figure out what you thought about it. Teddy, I want your thoughts on that, too.
Get hungry, folks.
Yeah, tweet us, too, at ManandBone971. What would that be? We'll tell you what ours are coming up next. And what else do I have in? Oh,
just that.
Bad news for Bengals fans. Maybe. We'll discuss that next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the left lane. If you need to use westbound 70 on the west side near 670, you'll find traffic is stop and go from West Broad Street. And we also have another delay due to an accident that's blocking 3 right lanes on westbound 270 on the North Outer Bell after Sawmill Road. You'll find traffic is stop and go there from US 23. This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change wants you to breathe out your oil change anxiety and breathe in automotive peace. Visit them today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Men, if erectile dysfunction is affecting you, getting treated could have a dramatic impact on your relationship and your outlook on life. But it's also important where you get treated because your health matters. And working with an organization that practices excellent medicine and has significant expertise in men's sexual health can often result in a far better outcome. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you're seeking a quality provider to treat your ED or are just not satisfied with your current situation, call us. We'll show you a true 5-star experience and work with you to find the right treatment for your specific medical situation. At Tri-State Men's Health, we truly are experts in men's sexual health, but it's more than that. Unlike the online pill pushers or so-called men's clinics that only offer one or a few treatment options, we offer the full spectrum of ED protocols. We can even use combinative therapies for better results. At Tri-State Men's Health, your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. Do more with your money at Tel-Ohio Credit Union. If you know Tel-Ohio Choice Checking, you know all the perks that come with your account. Cash in your benefits by setting up an account today. Find out more at telohio.org.
Certain restrictions apply. Tel-Ohio is open to all in Central and Southwestern Ohio. Federally insured by NCUA.
Get your game room game day ready with Billiards Plus.
Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, and games the whole family will enjoy.
Now's the time to get your name on a pool table before the holiday rush.
Plus top-of-the-line grills still in stock.
Shop Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Bridge Credit Union is here to help you reach your financial goals. For over 50 years, we have been serving Central Ohio and surrounding communities by delivering an exceptional member experience. We offer a variety of virtual service options that allow you to transfer money, apply for a loan, make a deposit, and monitor your credit score. Our services are secure, reliable, and easy to use. Whether you're inside our branches, online, using our mobile app, or using text banking, we have you covered. Visit us today at bridgecu.org and experience the Bridge difference.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Hello, I am a serious announcer hired to deliver a serious announcement. Get an Apex Pros winter tune-up for your furnace right now for only $29. Notice we are simply giving you the facts. Just $29 to make sure your furnace is ready for the upcoming Ohio winter. We know how you enjoy our usual fun and funny commercials. Hello? Beg pardon? Well, I see no reason to bring my mother into this. Good day to you, sir. Where was I? Oh, yes. A $29 tune-up will make sure your furnace runs safely and warmly all winter. That's serious. I'm serious. That's why we're not doing the usual that you've come to expect from Apex Pros. None of this or this nonsense. $29 for a furnace tune-up from Apex Pros. The pros who knows? Knows? Is that really how you say it? The pros who...
Apex Pros, the official plumber of the Columbus Blue Jackets. ApexPros.com.
Just how liberal could Sherrod Brown be? What are his actual votes?
Well, he backed bills to allow transgender biological males to compete in girls' sports and let transgender biological men into girls' locker rooms and girls' bathrooms.
Very liberal.
Brown supported allowing children to receive puberty blockers and even sex change surgery.
Super liberal.
And worse, Brown even voted to allow late-term partial birth abortions, a procedure where the baby is partially delivered alive. That's right. Brown's votes for partial birth abortion are in the congressional record. And Sherrod Brown voted to allow this terrible procedure not once, not twice, but 6 different times over 8 years.
That's radical liberal.
Sherrod Brown has let us down. He's just way too liberal for Ohio.
Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Wall-to-wall sunshine, a fine afternoon, temperatures in the upper 60s, and a great night for high school football, temperatures in the 60s, falling through the 50s for Friday night, all the way down to around 40 degrees by Saturday morning with clear skies and light winds. Plenty of sunshine and a great Saturday afternoon with highs in the low 70s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Yes, we tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
Welcome in. Hope your Friday is going well. Timmy Hall filling in for Common Man today. Panama Ted is here as well. We will be doing NFL picks coming up 4:48. Tool of the week in the 5 o'clock hour. You can tweet us those tools at manandbone971. You can text them to the burner phone 614-787-3093. So Timmy had proposed this before the break. Your boy Jack, who is a fine young man.
He's a good clean boy.
Good head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Smart kid.
Good question, Jack.
He asked you what would be the food you would eat. You could eat one fast food meal the rest of your life. And it would be health food, essentially.
Yes.
But it has 4 components to it.
You can have 4 components. You can't mix and match fast food spots. We established that. So I thought about this for a while. I'm thinking about some of my faves, even some of the ones that aren't in this market too, like fast food spots. Like I know you're probably going to go that route. And I ultimately settled with a classic, and it's probably the one particular item that I have consumed more of than anything in all the fast food realm. I wish I could have a counter. Like I could open up like a little compartment on my chest, and there's like a computer screen in there, and it tells me McDonald's Chicken McNuggets consumed. Like to lifetime.
I love
I'm
chicken
at
nugget.
6,722 McDonald's chicken nuggets, right? No, that's more than that, I would think. It's got to be more than that. So I'm going with a 20-piece chicken McNugget.
Okay.
I like to split.
Well,
I like
that's a big number one item right there.
2 barbecues and 4 honey packets. I like to mix up the pure honey and the barbecue. That's my dipping sauce, if anyone didn't know. So I got that. I've got the classic double cheeseburger.
Beautiful.
I've got a large fry.
This is a good meal.
And a large Coke, classic Coke.
You know what? Your meal is better than the one I was going to pick. I actually want to amend what I was going to say, and I'm going to do that. I think that's great.
You're making an amendment?
Well, no, I'll tell you what I was going to pick, but I think now I would change it to that because I forgot.
You want my exact meal?
I forgot about a 20-piece.
Is that good?
Actually, I think I would do this. I'd go one different. I would go 20-piece chicken nugget, quarter pounder with cheese, then a large fry, then a large Coke. Or, a large Coke. Who cares? I can take the calories.
Yeah, why are you getting a Diet Coke? That'd be stupid.
Large Coke is what I'd get.
The Coke is better than the Diet Coke now.
What I was going to say, just to be non-McDonald's.
You're going Whataburger.
No, because they're not around here. I mean, I can't just magically make it appear here.
But we didn't really stipulate that.
Well, but how am I going to get it?
Yeah, I guess,
it's got to be something I can get regularly. What's the point of this if I can only have it once in a blue moon when I travel?
Good point. That's stupid. You can't just snap your fingers.
No.
We didn't specify that kind of magic was included in this.
That's right.
The magic is that it's health food.
I would go Taco Bell is the other option I was going. I'm going to go with a steak chalupa, which I love. I would go with a cheesy crunch gordita, one of the best things ever invented. I promise you that if a cheesy crunch gordita had ended up on a food truck and that was the place you heard about it, people would be lined up for hours to get it, and it would charge $9 for one of these things, and people would be like, oh, yeah, you got to buy it. It's the greatest thing ever. But it's Taco Bell, and people forget how good it is. It's one of the best food things ever invented. So I'd have those two things.
The thing should be a $9 item.
Yeah. I'd go to a chicken.
That good.
I'd have a chicken quesadilla and then a Baja Blast. Again, full volume. No zero there because it's all health food. Teddy, what would you do? 4 items from a fast food place, no consequences. It's like health food for you.
Just 4 items, huh? That's it.
Yeah.
We're hungry, Ted.
Well, I have to have a burger, so I'm going to go with a quarter pounder with cheese with bacon on it.
Mickey D's.
Ooh, the bacon I forgot about.
Bacon
Good
on
call.
there. Yeah. For fries, I'm going to do Arby's curly fries.
No, you can't move. You got to stay one place.
It's the same place.
Oh, I thought you said you could do it with.
No, that's exactly what we didn't say.
You got to stay
then I haven't been listening at all. Then
that's apparently.
I thought you said you could pick one from each different place.
No, you got to stay with one place for all the same food items.
Well, I'm totally confused.
Go back to the drawing board.
What else did you have? Just out of curiosity now.
I was going to do. I mentioned Arby's curly fries.
Yeah.
And a chalupa.
Chalupa's good.
Yeah.
I know you like a chalupa.
And a blizzard.
What kind?
About a blizzard.
Cookie dough.
Yeah, cookie dough.
That's my favorite.
Very good.
But that doesn't make it. That's for next week. That's for next week's show.
All right. That's good.
I'm working ahead.
We're already.
That's right.
Next week's dream scenario will be switching up the restaurants.
This will be in rapid fire.
Yeah.
I can already tell this is going to be a rapid fire question for next week.
If you can make your dream fast food
out
meal
of any 4 items from any restaurant, what would it be?
Right.
What was Jack's, out of curiosity? He came up with the question.
Yes, Jack came up with. He's huge into the saucy nugs at Wendy's.
Love those. Which one does he go with? The garlic parm?
The honey barbecue.
Oh, honey barbecue's
the
good.
one, the one on the top there. So he took a 20 count of those.
Oh, yeah.
He took the large fry. He took the regular nuggets as well. This is how much he loves the chicken.
He loves some nuggets, huh?
And a Frosty.
Okay.
And a regular chocolate Frosty.
I thought maybe a JBC would have snuck onto that list.
He's not the biggest burger guy.
Okay, that's fine.
Which is strange.
Well, you know what? You like nuggets. You probably passed it on. It's hereditary. You passed it down to him. He loves nuggets. You love nuggets.
I mean, I do love nuggets. Who doesn't love nuggets? I just don't know why he didn't pick up on burgers.
Chickens.
I'm trying to work.
I would say chickens probably don't enjoy nuggets. That's my guess. Vegans.
A real good
Vegans
one.
probably.
Yeah.
Some people.
Come up with that all by yourself, Bone?
I did. I tried.
It's about as funny as a screen door on a battleship.
Are they? That's right. That's good. That actually, you know what? That made all the sense in the world to me. I'm totally glad you said it. And I don't have a sound for you. Where'd it go? There's my sound. There we go. Stupid. Joe Burrow now listed with a right wrist and shin injury. I don't know if it's a right shin. It is a right wrist. And his shin is also injured. So
he's banged up.
He's still banged up. He was full participant in practice, but he is on the injury report for both these items. Been kind of a regular on the injury report for the Bengals. So that makes a lot of sense that he would still be there. However, they play the Brownies this weekend, and you would think if anybody's going to help you feel healthy, it would be the Cleveland Browns because we are trash. However,
it's a worrisome game, though, for obviously both teams because the Browns just are awful, and the Bengals under Joe Burrow have always struggled to perform against the Cleveland Browns, and they got to go on the road, and you're looking at it from the Cincy side, you're looking at it, if we can't beat Cleveland
this year,
who can we beat? We just beat the Giants on the road, but it's not like those were offensive fireworks. They won that game 17-7. Danny Dimes had a miserable interception early in the game that took points off the board. It was 1st and 10, and he just chucked the ball up in the air in the middle of the field. So it was back to bad, Dan. And for the Browns, I think the same type of way you're looking at it, if you can't score on the Cincy defense, they've been really awful this year, save for taking a step against the Giants. But that's the Giants.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't have Malik Neighbors. So
bad.
What are you looking at?
This is a bad Browns team. I know the Cleveland or the Cincinnati defense has been bad, but it should be a get-right game for the Bengals, quite honestly. There's one caveat to this whole thing, though. We're talking about injuries. It's time for Nick Chubb to get back on the field, and I am so happy because I haven't had a lot to root for the Browns this year, but getting him back that warms my heart. That makes me thrilled. I am so excited to see him back running and playing for the Browns after that horrific knee injury.
And the article he just wrote for the Players Tribune.
Oh, yeah.
You love the guy, but it also makes you wonder what's wrong with him.
Well, I mean,
he just wants to
passionate.
Pour it out.
He's passionate
for his guys.
Man. He cares about it.
No, I joke. It's awesome. You don't get that a lot, and most of the time, you see guys that just check out, and it's sad when you see it in the professional sense because you're getting paid handsomely to go and work. Work's your favorite. Make work your favorite.
Right.
And he takes that approach, and not only that, he actually feels that connection with the city. It goes beyond. Most everybody would want to be checking out on a situation like this, thinking about where they're going to get traded. You saw how Amari Cooper did things, right?
Yeah,
he wasn't catching the football anymore. Did not seem like that max effort was there. And Chubb can't wait to get back for this 1-5 team and still is saying things like, I don't want to stop until the Browns are on the top of the AFC.
Yeah, and we'll find out if that happens. But I do know this. Nick Chubb being back in a Browns uniform, that gives me some hope. That's about all it gives me.
That's good for you. I like that for you.
I'm excited for it. We'll see how it looks this weekend. When we come back, Tom Brady is better than everyone, including NFL owners. I'll tell you why next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Slow traffic is causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 between 71 and Neal Avenue. And you're also going to hit a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side from East Broad Street to 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Norton 360. October Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Boost your online security with Norton 360. As PC Mag's most awarded security brand, Norton blocked over 219 million threats last year. Stay ahead of cyber threats with Norton 360. Get up to 58% off at norton.com/secure. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Thank you for calling Great Lakes. Great Lakes Kia.
Do you like scary movies?
Nah, they don't scare me.
What does scare you?
High car payments. They make me want to scream.
And at Great Lakes Kia?
We have brand new Kias under $5 a day. Come pick one out.
Maybe I'm already here.
Cool. Lease new 24 Kia Forte LXS, EV6 Wind, and Sorrento LX. All three under $5 a day.
It's only $139 a month for 24 months.
Plus new 24 Kia Telluride LX under $8 a day.
$249 for 24 months.
At Great Lakes Kia.
What if I have scary credit?
No problem. Get approved with 0% financing.
Perfect. And I'm right behind you.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Great cars, great people, Great Lakes Kia.
In Columbus, GreatLakesKia.com.
Can I hang up now?
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
From the mind of a 2-foot-tall talking spokes puppet comes this year's biggest challenge. It's time for Bob's Dare to Compare, the hottest game show on TV that asks, what happens when you compare Bob's to the competition? You get style. You get quality. You get beeps and boops and dings and whomps. And thousands of dollars in savings. Everyone's a winner when you dare to compare with Bob's Discount Furniture. Shop in store or at mybobs.com to play now.
Buckeye Country Superfest 2025, Saturday, June 21st, Ohio Stadium, one night only. Headlined by Jelly Roll and Kane Brown.
Yeah, that's how I get.
With special guest Megan Maroney, Treaty Oak Revival, Dasha, Connor Smith. Tickets are on sale now at BuckeyeCountrySuperfest.com.
We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it.
Sunday, a day of rest, relaxation, and Browns football. Catch the Brownies as they battle the Bengals.
Live coverage starts Sunday at 11 with the Kick It One.
Your Central Ohio home for Browns football. The Fan.
Breaking news. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply.
At Diamond Cellar, we've been crafting love stories for over 77 years. Trust, quality, and always the guaranteed best price. Visit us today to experience the Diamond Cellar difference. Stop into our showroom on Sawmill Road or at Easton Town Center.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Ohio Basement Authority comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at ohiobasementauthority.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
This year's starting lineup at Honda Marysville is as strong as ever, so come see us.
Choose from Ohio's largest selection of Hondas and get 0% for 60 on any new CR-V, HR-V, Passport, Pilot, or Ridgeline with the trade.
Honda's built here, Honda's sold here. Honda Marysville. We're closer than you think.
0% with approved credit and 80% of MSRP financed. 2010 or newer trade with KBB appraisal at $2,500 or more. Must take delivery from dealer stock 10/31/24.
Bring the thrill of the stadium to your wallet with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways, the only checking account that rewards you for being a Crew fan. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Common Man and T-Bone here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Bone, did you know the sports book is now called ESPN Bet?
I did, and you can watch your favorite teams on the biggest screens, place your bets, and grab some wings with an ice-cold pint.
Maybe you're too boring and don't want to go to the casino. Good news. You can keep the action going and place your bets on the go with the ESPN Bet app.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook is your 50-yard line ticket to odds, point spreads, and over-unders.
It's the place to be. Losers must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
You can always tweet the program at Man and Bone 971. That is a fantastic way to send in your tools of the week, which you can do. We'll do those 5:34. Best tool wins a prize. We've also got our NFL picks coming up at 4:48. Another prize there. But you know who got the biggest prize of all? I got to tell you, Timmy.
Who?
That would be Tom Brady.
Oh, hey. Hi.
Dude, I saw a few people saying he's gotten better as a broadcaster. If by better you mean he's using words in sentences that actually make sense all strung together, but that doesn't account for the fact that his voice is still kind of annoying, but whatever. At least he's gotten a little better at it, I guess. I'll give him that.
I I haven't actually sunken in to a whole Tom Brady call yet.
Oh, I have.
So I can't. I know you had the Browns Cowboys game, and that was the one I caught the most of, but I also wanted to cut him a little bit of slack for that one, past just the voice issues, and give him a chance to develop and get into his style. Because, I mean, yes, like he's one of the greatest football players of all time, but you and I doing this, like doing talk shows for a living, I think it's fair to acknowledge when you step into something that's totally different, there's an adjustment period.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can expect him to be the best broadcaster ever 3 or 4 games into doing it.
Well, here's the other issue with Tom Brady, and that is he's a broadcaster who may not be that great at it. Obviously, he's a tremendous quarterback. He is also attempting to and apparently will be an NFL owner. So now
with the
you
Raiders,
have,
yes.
Right, so he is buying in on the Raiders, and that creates a conflict of interest.
I agree.
Because Tom Brady is a broadcaster. To do your broadcasting job well, you need to be given insights into a team's game plan, what they're planning to do throughout the week, as far as preparation, who might or might not be available. Even if that's not public knowledge, you should be allowed to know that.
And they would like you to not have bias, too.
Well, and broadcasters are allowed to, they go to these production meetings, they'll sit with the coaches, and the coach might have just given his press conference on Friday where he says, so-and-so status is, he's still questionable. We're going to see about it this weekend. And then they'll come into that production meeting and say, hey, what's the deal with so-and-so? And they'll go, oh, yeah, he's playing. They don't want to let it out yet because they don't want the other team to have that advantage.
But the TV guys aren't just going to Twitter to put that out there. They're keeping that for their own insights so they could do a better broadcast.
There's literally a term in our industry. We get it. We hear it quite often here, which is that's embargoed until blank time.
Yep.
That is embargoed information that they're not allowed to release until the start of the game. And then at 1 o'clock, when all this stuff's out there, they're already prepared. They already know, oh, this guy's going to play. Let me write some.
It's a courtesy.
Yeah, it helps them.
It's a courtesy, a
prepare for the
professional
game.
courtesy, so you can be better prepared.
But if you're Tom Brady, you also now own an NFL team.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have loyalties to your team to be able to say, well, I found out this guy is not playing, this guy's not playing. You hear other things. I don't think he's going to call a lot of Raiders games, but if the
you
Raiders
wouldn't be able to with this, I would think. I would think this would
do
put
they
it.
have? Do they? I haven't seen if there is any restriction on him on that. I don't know.
I think that there would be because of this, that this would be the one line in the sand. And for people that would say, well, he was a New England Patriot for all those years, that doesn't create bias there. Well, that all you can do is work with your broadcasters to not go that route. And it's not like you're seeing a current player. You can't do anything about that. There are tons of ex-players that become broadcasters.
Yes.
You're not seeing current players then do broadcasts, and they have that active bias. All you could do is coach those guys out of that or tell them what your expectation is in those realms.
Troy Aikman has called, Tony Romo have called plenty of Dallas Cowboys games over their careers. That to me is very different than a person who not only works for the team, but actively owns a part of the team and benefits from their success. Now calling a game and saying, I got to tell you, I thought his knee was down, or, like the tuck rule. Tom Brady obviously famously benefited from the tuck rule or the tuck game when that happened, when he was playing, and that did not go the Raiders' way. I'm saying during a broadcast, if he was up there now with the Raiders bias, he might say it the opposite of what he saw. I mean, again, it's...
And you're going to be reading into things that
even
he
if
says.
you're right, even if he's not.
Remember we would do this with Brent Musburger and a lot of people that weren't so into sports gambling, that would put them off by all the comments he would make. Oh, there's going to be a lot of people upset or happy about that Joey Bosa fumble recovery.
That's right.
Like, oh, God, yeah. Here we go again. Brent's got thousands of dollars on the Buckeyes here. Like if the Raiders come up with a win or something, Tom will be like, well, I don't have to tell you how I'm very, very happy about that.
Exactly. It doesn't seem great. It doesn't seem great. But that is not the worst part of this Tom Brady deal. The actual worst part, Timmy, is that he got a deal that I don't think any NFL owner in the history of the sport has ever had. And that is, he got to buy into the NFL at a ridiculously reduced cost. So if you're not familiar with how this works, he's not buying the entire team. He's buying a percentage of it, right? I think around 10%.
Yeah.
Him and a group of investors. The Nighthead Capital Management founder, Tom Wagner, is the co-investor on this. They're going to pay $244 million total for their share of this team, okay, of the Vegas Raiders. Now, the valuation that allowed them to buy it at that rate is basically saying the entire Raiders organization is worth $3.5 billion. Good money if you could get it, right? Here's the problem. Most estimates for what the Raiders are actually worth right now, if they were to be sold, is not $3.5 billion. It's more like $5 to $7 billion.
It's an NFL franchise that's now banging in Vegas.
Right. So what that means is if you're allowed to buy it at, say, $250 or $244, whatever he bought it at, and it's really $500 million, if 2 years from now he goes to sell it and it's even gone up from there, but like if he sold it tomorrow, he instantly could make double his money. That is, again, I guess that's in the purview of, their owner there, Mark Davis, to be able to want to do that because he wants to get Tom Brady in the door. But the problem is, I don't know why the other NFL owners would agree to that. This is like your value of your franchise is kind of tied to all these other ones. If the Raiders are only worth $3.5 billion in Vegas, well, what's your stupid franchise going to be worth in Minneapolis or Kansas City?
No kidding.
Or maybe not like the entertainment, one of those entertainment meccas like Vegas with their brand new stadium and all this other stuff.
I agree. You
would think the other owners would say, hell no, he has to pay like I pay.
That's not fair.
To get in. Because a lot of these owners bought partial shares initially. Instead, they all just they lifted the rope and let him under when he really probably didn't deserve that. And I just think that's BS.
Let me fill everybody in on this, too. I can't remember if we were talking about this before the segment started, because we were talking about this in the break as well. But did you hit the restrictions that are actually out there?
No, what are the restrictions?
Yeah, so these have already been out there. Bleacher Report had a post that listed this out. These are the restrictions now for just him being involved with the league that you would think mesh into his broadcasting gig.
Yep.
Not permitted to be in another team's facility. That's number one.
Right.
So, like you said, production meetings.
He can't do them.
Can't do them. Like,
so
that's a big part of the job. Not permitted to witness a practice. Like, there's that.
He shouldn't be because of that.
Not permitted to attend the production meetings, either in person or virtually.
Now, right.
You're a broadcaster.
All those things are bad, but guess what's going to happen? They're going to say CBS is going to get, Fox, sorry, not CBS. Fox is going to say,
either way,
that's all right, Tom, we got you covered.
We got it.
And then everybody who goes to that production meeting is going to come back and he's going to say, well, what'd you guys find out? They're going to say, here are all the notes for the production meeting. And they'll ask whatever questions they need to get the info. And Tom Brady's going to have access to that stuff.
Here's this one, though.
There's no way they're going to keep him from getting this information. He needs it to do his job.
This one, prohibited from publicly criticizing game officials and other clubs. What is that? That's the whole job. I would hope. I mean, I don't want you to just bash officials, but sometimes they badly screw up a call, and you need to dig in on it.
How many times
being
have you
America's color commentator.
How many times have you heard Al Michaels say during a game, like, folks, I'm sorry, they just seem to really want to throw some flags tonight. There's been a lot of laundry
or when
on the
it's
ground.
just a critical
or they say,
call,
I think the officials got that wrong.
And it was badly missed. It's your job, and you have another guy. It's all Mike Pereira? That's it?
I'm telling you, man.
Kevin and Mike have to do all of it?
I don't know why Fox thought this was a good idea. Again, they're looking at it going, Tom Brady on our broadcast. We can just sell that to advertisers. And they're right.
Pick a thing, Tom.
But Tom Brady's getting $300 million to be on Fox, and then he's turning around and spending about that to go buy into the NFL.
What do you want to be? What do you want to do?
I don't know.
You can choose. You can be anything you want to be. Do you want to do this or
can't
do you
do
want to do
everything?
That?
You're right.
Pick.
Can't do everything. Got to pick one.
Man.
I agree. All right. Next up, it's NFL picks. We'll talk then. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Stop and go traffic is causing an hour delay if you need to travel northbound 71 on the north side between Morse Road and Big Walnut Road. We've got a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on eastbound 270 on the north outer belt after 23. It is stop and go there from 315. And we have a 20-minute slowdown on westbound 670 from Leonard Avenue to I-70. This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change wants you to breathe out your oil change anxiety and breathe in automotive peace. Visit them today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU. BMIFCU.org/Visa.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. The people who refuse to make trade-offs in life. Like Kelly, when her old car insurance got so expensive that she couldn't afford to drive anymore, do you think she started carrying her groceries for miles? No. But she did find Direct Auto's savings that allowed her to drive instead of compromise. With savings of up to 25%, you too can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a quote today at directauto.com. Savings based on applied discounts and will vary. Terms apply. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Just how liberal could Sherrod Brown be? What are his actual votes?
Well, he backed bills to allow transgender biological males to compete in girls' sports and let transgender biological men into girls' locker rooms and girls' bathrooms.
Very liberal.
Brown supported allowing children to receive puberty blockers and even sex change surgery.
Super liberal.
And worse, Brown even voted to allow late-term partial birth abortions, a procedure where the baby is partially delivered alive. That's right. Brown's votes for partial birth abortion are in the congressional record. And Sherrod Brown voted to allow this terrible procedure not once, not twice, but 6 different times over 8 years.
That's radical liberal.
Sherrod Brown has let us down. He's just way too liberal for Ohio.
Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
Leaves changing in the nighttime air is cool. Fall is the perfect time to have the waterworks inspect and tune up your furnace. Protect your family against those wintertime furnace breakdowns. Call 614-232-2222 now to schedule.
At Take 5, we're faster than you think. That means we'll change your oil and get you back on the road in less time than it takes to get over from the express lane to the exit ramp. Just sit back and relax while our fast, friendly team does all the work. Take 5, the stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change.
The Jackets are back at Nationwide for a battle with the Wild. Live fan coverage starts Saturday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your flagship home for Blue Jackets hockey. The Fan.
There's a shocking new government report about the border crisis Sherrod Brown created. According to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, almost 500,000 convicted criminals have entered our country illegally, including nearly 30,000 found guilty of murder and sexual assault, including rape in their home countries. Now they are spread out across America because of Sherrod Brown's policies. But Sherrod Brown says,
I don't hear a lot about immigration from voters.
That's because Sherrod Brown doesn't listen to voters anymore. And while our safety is being jeopardized, Sherrod Brown is making sure illegals get taxpayer-funded benefits, like health care for illegals who get amnesty, Social Security, even COVID relief checks, all paid for by you. 31 years in Washington has changed Sherrod Brown. He's not for us anymore. He's way too liberal for Ohio. American Crossroads paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. AmericanCrossroads.org.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com, and use promo code JUSTSPORTS to get a welcome bonus up to $100. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Is it time for a new or used car? Visit Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161, home of the Tansky Promise, where our salespeople aren't paid on commission. We have a 72-hour exchange policy, and every transaction is upfront and transparent. You can even start the process at home. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to start your purchase today and to see all of this month's specials. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing harder than common man's arteries is T-Bone thinking about a red-bellied woodpecker. This is Man and Bone.
Oh, yeah, plenty to get to. Tool of the week coming up, 5:34. No common man today. Timmy Hall is in for him.
No man today.
No man, but we've got Timmy.
Getting some PTO. He deserves it, doesn't he?
He does. He has long earned PTO.
Oh,
it's a
my
bye
God.
week. He gets to do that. So
Guy's been banging for a long time.
I wanted to bring him with me to Furnace Fest. He wouldn't go.
Imagine that.
Yeah, it was people. It was the South, and it was loud music. He was not ready for that. That's
death,
okay.
Destruction, all of that.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Anybody die there?
Lot of metal. No, one guy broke his leg. I did see a guy jump off the stage and land without a. Yeah.
What?
It was. You know what? Well, you know what? I'll tell you next segment. But right now, we got to do NFL picks.
Common Man and T-Bone present NFL Picks.
Sponsored by Roosters. Roosters, a fun casual joint and official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
All right, I won't tell you next segment. It's just very simple. Guy jumped off the stage, broke his leg, bad. End of story.
Aiden Hutchinson like?
Yeah.
It was.
I'm not a doctor, but it was obvious. We figured it out pretty quick.
I think your legs broke.
Yeah, we figured it out pretty quick.
Got it.
All right, Teddy, who are we all playing for today on NFL Picks?
All right, we got some familiar names here. Tim, you're playing for our guy Zoran.
Yeah, Zoran. Nice.
Don't mess with the Zoran.
That's
no
great.
pressure there. I'm playing for our guy Amish
Oh, Amish.
from the chat.
Nice.
And then you have some guy named Nate.
Nate,
Yeah, so
guy Nate. I'm
Bo's
going to
playing
win
for Nate.
I'm going to win for Nate. By the way, whoever of us gets this right, the best picks, our guy who is we're picking for gets a $50 Roosters gift card. It's good at all Roosters locations. Roosters, a fun casual joint.
And I won last week. I almost had an immaculate grid. I only lost one game. I had the points exactly right for the tiebreaker.
Good job, Ted.
And there's one game that was missing that I missed.
Oh, which game was that, Ted? Which
I
game
think
did you
it
have
might have
wrong?
been a Cowboys. You missed it hard.
Lions killed him.
You missed it hard.
Yeah, I did. I missed it hard.
I'd like to quickly apologize for last night because I said something about, hey, you might want to pick the Saints in that game. And that could not have been more wrong. I think the worst is behind me. Let's go.
That's right. All right. New England at Jacksonville. This is a London. This is not at Jacksonville. It's in London.
London.
I'm going to take the Jags to get it done in Jolly Old.
Me too. London Jags.
I had the Jags as well.
Love a 9:30 kick. Seattle at Atlanta. I'm going to go with the Birds in Megatron's BH
Which
to get
one?
that
Which
done.
Birds?
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Falcons at home. That's
The
what I was
Dirty
trying to say.
Birds. I'm taking
You're
the Dirty
I was
Birds,
trying to take
too.
the Falcons at home. There
I have
we
the
go.
Falconers as well.
Good job. I forgot Seattle. Also the Hawks, the Seahawks. There we go. Tennessee at Buffalo. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills to win this game.
Tennessee really sucks, don't they? Bills.
Bills have Amari Cooper now. They're good. They're going to win everything.
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills, right?
That's right. Yeah, I like that. Good job, Ted. Cincinnati at Cleveland. The Bengals and the Browns battle for Ohio on the football side. Bang the Bengals to get it done on the road.
Bengals as well.
The Bangs.
Yeah, that's right. Houston at Green Bay. I am going to go with the Texans on the road.
Packers.
I have the Texans as well, Bone.
No Packers love for you?
No, not for me. No.
All right. Miami at Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson back for this game. And you know what? I don't think Miami's going to do much. I'm going to say Indianapolis at home gets it done.
Yeah. We bleed blue. Colts. Let's go.
Is that their song?
It's got. They have an internet guy. You gotta.
I gotta look at the
This
internet
is our team.
guy.
This is our town. We love them.
Our team, our town.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember that song. That's a good one.
You gotta look them up.
I got the Colts as well.
Detroit at Minnesota. I feel like this is going to be a tough one, obviously, for the Lions, but I'm going to take them on the road. Oh, God.
Vikings.
Skull going Vikings? All right.
Skull Vikes.
Yeah, this is a tough one, but after what they just did to my Cowboys, I have to go with Detroit.
Philly at the Giants. Eagles all the way here.
Oh, yuck. Can I pick nobody? Eagles.
Well, I know you want to.
Yeah, Eagles, I guess.
Las Vegas, the Raiders. At L.A., the Rams. The Rams get it done.
Rams.
I'll go with the Rams as well.
Carolina at Washington. The Commanders running wild. You got a team, Timmy. They look great.
Hail to the Commanders.
They're going to win.
Hail victory. Didn't have the same ring to it.
No, it doesn't.
Go
That's
Commanders.
They may never lose again, the
That's what I
Commanders.
say.
Well,
That's right.
they just lost.
I know, but not again.
Not again. Not again.
That was the last one.
Not again. They're playing Carolina. Let's go.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. All right, Kansas City and San Francisco. Big matchup there, but I'm going to take the Niners at home.
Chiefs.
Andy Reid is tremendous after a bye week I saw, so I'm taking the Chiefs.
There you go. And the Jets at Pittsburgh. It could be Russell Wilson
What are they
time.
doing at quarterback? Yeah.
They're trying to figure it out.
Russell
They're
Wilson.
hinting that it's
No
Russell
announcement
Wilson.
yet?
Pittsburgh.
No official announcement, but it looks like it's Russell Wilson.
Pittsburgh.
Do it and die.
Let's ride.
Do it and die.
I don't know if he's still doing that.
Jets.
Pittsburgh wins. You got the Jets?
Yeah.
What do you say, Teddy?
Steelers.
Steelers. There you go. Monday Night Football, 2 games. Baltimore at Tampa Bay. The fighting Baker Mayfields at home. I say they get it done in their stadium that was under floodwaters not that long ago due to the hurricane, but
grass is going to be good.
I'm going to say they flood it with touchdowns as Baker Mayfield gets a job done.
No, Baltimore, hon.
I think this will be very tight. I think Tampa's going to give them a game, but Baltimore squeaks it out.
And finally, the Chargers at Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Give me the fighting defibrillators. Jim Harbaugh.
Superchargers.
Yeah, Chargers charging up that heart.
Me too.
That's on ESPN Plus, which nobody will watch.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it really?
ESPN Plus game, but I'm going with the Chargers.
That is unfortunate.
No, it's on unfortunate. No, that is on ESPN Columbus.
Oh, we can hear it. Hear it right here.
And the Fans HD 2.
Love that.
That's where you listen.
What's your pick for the points there? I'm going to go with 49 total points in that Baltimore-Tampa Bay game.
in both. You got to pick the total points scored in both Monday night games.
It does say that. It does say, you know what? Then I'm going to say
Both.
118. I'm going to say 118.
98 for me.
I'm going to go way
98
over.
degrees.
Way over.
Nick
Wait,
Lachey.
what'd you say, Bone?
118. I'm way over.
Tim
It's gonna be
has
high score.
98.
I'll go 108 then. I'll just split you guys. That way we're all equal there.
You son of a...
Well, I bucks myself in. So,
You did.
yeah.
That's right. All right. When we come back, what's the most popular type of Halloween candy in Ohio? I'm going to tell you next.
Oh.
Hard-hitting stuff here.
Yeah.
Right on, it's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some slower traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on southbound 270 on the west outer belt between Tuttle Crossing Boulevard and Roberts Road. And you're looking at a 10-minute slowdown on southbound 71 on the north side from North Broadway to I-70. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here from Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, announcing our $99 home preventative maintenance checkup. Carpenter and Bryant will do whatever it takes to get you ready for the fall and winter ahead. Check us out at carpentercolumbus.com. That's carpentercolumbus.com.
It's Rocktober, baby! It's Rocktober at Lindsay Honda.
Just announced for the rest of Rocktober, we're lowering the finance rate to 0.9% on every new Lindsay Honda. And you still get the Lindsay Honda difference. A $1,295 value package included with every vehicle purchase.
This is it!
Turn up the noise with Lindsay Honda.
With approved credit on select in-stock 24 and 25 Honda models. Dealer contribution may affect consumer cost.
Hey friends, Beamer Carpin Shark here from The Juice. The NFL season's going to continue on. No matter if your team's in last place or first place, there are still games to be played, and there's no better place to get into the action than FanDuel. That will be America's #1 sportsbook. You're going to get started with not one, not two, but $300 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. How about the Browns and the Bengals this weekend? Who do they got? Good news, Sharky. They got each other. Browns have had the Bengals number so far over the last couple of years, but I'm not so sure about this season.
Yeah, go with Joe Burrow on passing yards, or maybe
Deshaun.
Maybe Deshaun on rushing yards.
How about an anytime touchdown for him? Only if you want to lose.
From David Njoku. Just visit FanDuel.com/juice to make every moment more this season.
FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL, must be 21 and older and present in Ohio. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
My name is Brendan Ward. I'm a football player. It was just an average warm-up. All of a sudden, I felt my knee move out of place, and I fell to the ground. Me and my mom went to orthopedic one. I think I knew I wanted to get surgery just because I wanted to get as healthy as I can for the long run. Orthopedic one got me back on the field doing what I love.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change will help ease your oil change-anxiety. Picture expert technicians who are quick, but not rushed. When you hear the bell, breathe in and out. Now, let go of your oil change-anxiety. Visit Valvoline Instant Oil Change today and find automotive peace. No appointment needed.
We've seen it before. Politicians and lobbyists playing games, drawing voting maps to keep power in their hands, not ours. Courts have ruled Ohio's voting districts unconstitutional 7 times, while our communities have been left out again and again. But this November, you have a chance to change that with Issue 1. Issue 1 will make it illegal for politicians to manipulate voting districts for themselves or their own party. Instead, it creates an open, transparent process where a diverse group of citizens, not politicians, will draw the lines. No more backroom deals, no more gerrymandering, just fairer maps that represent our communities. Issue 1 gives you and me the power to ensure everyone's vote counts. This is about real change, a chance to end the games and make our voices heard. So vote yes on Issue 1, fair representation, and power to the people. Paid for by citizens, not politicians.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. If your fall is anything like the people in my neighborhood, your weekends are full of driving kids to endless soccer things. So if you're going to be on the road, be as comfortable as possible. 4 out of 5 doctors recommend a new Lexus. That's not true, but I recommend it. Deal time, 2.99% finance rate on a 2024 RX. That's madness. 4.49% finance rate for a 2025 NX. And you can get up to $5,000 lease cash for a 2024 RX. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
And I'm Timmy Hall. No Buckeye football this weekend, but we actually have Buckeye men's basketball firing up the 2024-2025 slate. Kind of exhibition style, but a very cool exhibition game. Playing on the road at 20th ranked Cincinnati. Warm-up coverage starts at 6 p.m. That first hit with Ron Stokes coming your way. College football, though, game to keep an eye on tonight. 8 p.m. Second-ranked Oregon is at Purdue. They are a heavy favorite. Oregon is 29.5-point favorite. NFL on tap Sunday. Battle for Ohio. The Browns host the Bengals at 1. Running back Jerome Ford, he's going to miss this one. Hamstring injury, but it's the long-awaited return of Nick Chubb. ALCS Game 4. Can the Guardians tie it up? 8:08 first pitch. This one's sponsored by Awaken 180. With the rise of diabetes, dementia, and cancers, we've been fooled by foods. Reverse the curse. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Never have I been so excited to get a whiff of sweaty jock straps. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Yay, football, the fan. We did the math. Common Man has hosted over 5,000 shows on the Fan. 3 of them have been halfway decent. Here's Man and Bone.
Teddy.
Yeah.
This ain't one of them. But it can't be.
He's not hosting this one.
Mike's not here, so it has to be all 3 of the original cast. Although Timmy Hall is here, he's essentially our 4th member of the show.
No, I know any show that's going to happen if I take one of these chairs will suck more.
No, it's not that. It's
a
rule that is on the show that if Teddy's not here, we all have to. It can't be one of them.
Teddy's never here.
No, he is
even
here.
when he's here, he's not. He didn't even.
I didn't even
listen to the fast food segment. He didn't even know what the hell he was talking about.
I had no clue.
We got Tool of the Week coming up at 5:34.
I'm the Tool of the Week.
You can tweet us your tools. You may be. We'll find out. At Man and Bone 971. We have prizes for you. Also, I have to tell you, I will be out this Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. at Shaker's Public House. That is a Browns backers bar. I'll be there along with our friends from Bud Light to play football toss for your chance to win possibly a trip to New Orleans and possibly a trip at New Orleans to the big game in February. I don't know what big game that is, but what I do know is you can join me from 2 to 4. If you want to watch Browns and Bengals, we'll be there at Shaker's Public House. That is 480 East Wilson Bridge Road in Worthington. I look forward to seeing you there. Should be a nice place. I looked at it online. I haven't been there yet, but beautiful spot. Looks like some really great stuff in there. So should be a fun place to watch a game.
Doing these appearances they're great ways to see some people And I know you get to do a string of these and you get to go to different spots around town. That's what's fun about it. Like we got to go to a place in Pickerington that I probably never would have gone to.
That pizza place. Was it?
We went to Cardo's Pizza and Tavern in Pickerington, and it was awesome. The owners, Keith and Karen, were cool, and they loved having the show out there, and me and Tyvis had a great time. You're talking about, watching football on Sunday. I got to bring this up real quick because I'm excited about something I'm going to do with the bye week, right? We set up different things. You might have an appearance or two, or you might just try to unplug and get away, maybe not watch football. But we decided, I can't believe I've been in Ohio now 12 years and have not made a trip up to Canton to go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We're finally doing that Sunday morning.
That's,
finally doing that.
Good
and you know what? My man, Anthony Rothman, Gold Jacket Thursdays, hooked me up with his friends at the hall with some tickets.
You're going to get your own gold jacket, aren't you? They're going to have a bust of Timmy Hall when you go in there.
I might buy a gold jacket with the money that I've saved, thanks to Anthony. So we'll replenish it, I'm sure, in the pro shop there.
That struck me as like a insurance commercial. It's like, you won't believe the money you'll save with Anthony Rothman. If you know Anthony, he'll save you money on any of your trips you're going to take.
Talk to Anthony.
He'll
help you.
Yeah, that's
nice
right.
man. But no, I am so excited to see that and just the aura of it.
Yeah.
I've been to Hall of Fames, but I've been to this one when I was a kid. That's the story. I went there when I was.
You've been already.
I went there when I was maybe Jack's age.
But they've redone it. It's supposed to be wonderful.
I was just passing through. I had some family in Ohio, but I didn't know.
And you never knew.
I never knew.
You're going to drive through there, and then someday you're going to be working.
You're going to work with
hours down the road. That's right. Yeah,
that's
working with guys who, played football. I was going to say we're in the Hall of Fame,
right?
But played football.
You're gonna have I worked with a guy that's in the Hall? I don't think so. Like actively worked with a guy that's a Hall of Famer. But we've had guys on as
this
guests.
is going to be really embarrassing for you if the answer is yes, you have and you've forgotten. That would be bad.
Oh yeah, Chris Carter.
Yeah, I did all these shows.
No, I didn't work with Chris Carter. No.
I'm sad to say I am a lifelong Ohio resident, Columbus resident.
Oh no.
My wife is from North Canton, which is a stone's throw away from the Hall of Fame.
You too?
I have never been to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
You don't want to go?
I do want to go.
Yeah.
I absolutely want to go. We're
busy. I know. It's hard. We're very busy.
Timmy, every time I think about it, it's during football season. And then I'm busy and I can't go because it's football season. So we would go up when I started dating my wife, and we would go back to see her family and all that. We'd drive right past it. And I would say, hey, Pro Football Hall of Fame. She's like, oh, yeah.
Is Dom in the car?
Hey,
is there a can for Pro Football Hall of Fame?
So I said, well, let's go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And she's like, yeah, we can. She's like, but I grew up here. And not only has she been there, she's marched in the parade when she was in the band in high school.
Wow.
Like, it's just like, if you said around here, like some of the stuff around here, it's like, oh yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can do it anytime you want.
I'm sure she enjoys it, but it's nothing to her. She knows it. She grew up with it.
And so every time we go up there, be like, yeah, maybe next time we'll do that. And I'm like, yeah, next time we'll do that. And then we just never did it.
Yeah.
And now,
have you ever been to any halls though in different sports?
No, the only Hall of Fame I've been to, and this took a while too. I hadn't been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame until just a few years ago. We took the kids and we had a great time. It's really cool. But then after that, we went to the Natural History Museum they have over
the museum's up there on the lake
Cleveland.
there.
Yeah, great. But that was it. We didn't end up going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and then we came back home, and then I still haven't done it. So
yeah,
I got to make that happen.
I still have yet to take the trip to Cooperstown. That's a bucket list.
I would love to go to that.
Pro Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Mass. I've done that.
Know what? I drove by that once because we flew into Springfield to go to, of all. We took a really cheap flight.
Yes.
On what was the airline?
Spirit Airlines?
Not Spirit. It was the orange one.
Hooters Air.
I was going to say Skybox. That's not right.
Skyline.
It was something. Yeah, Skyline Air. We flew a three-way.
It's one of the planes that doesn't have seats. It just has a steel bar like in a metro car.
This place is no longer. They're no longer an airline, but we flew on them, and they flew into that Springfield, Mass for some reason.
To go to Boston?
No, to go to New York. So
my God.
We drove through Connecticut and had a nice little drive, but we drove right past that. And I
just didn't have the time to do it.
No, we just saw it, but we were on our way to New York. We actually went to Bobby Valentine's restaurant in Stamford, Connecticut.
The old Mets manager.
There's all Mets stuff in there.
Stanford, not Stanford.
In the shadow of the WWE headquarters. They are also located in Stamford, Connecticut. So we saw that too.
I'm sure they have a Hall of Fame somewhere. Do they not? Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame?
I don't know, Teddy.
That you can visit? They've got to.
They don't have a physical building.
They should. They have a Hall of Fame. They have a Hall of Fame ceremony every year, but it's just like
they're working
in the
on
Hall
it,
of Fame.
I believe, but they haven't done it yet.
You've got to go to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. That's awesome.
You know what?
In Charlotte.
I don't know why I didn't say that.
It's got a big car like outside the building.
I have been to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. That's the one I've been to. That's the Sports Hall of Fame I've been to. I went to Charlotte for a race, and I saw Coke
it's 600.
Yeah. And if you go for a NASCAR race or if you go for like anything NASCAR related, when you go in there, it's like, I mean, I knew all these drivers. The cars are there. I stood there for an hour looking at all the cars.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved it. And then I walked around. It was great. But that's the one I guess I have done.
No, I can't wait.
Never been to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I can't wait to see the room with the busts and the lighting.
You should have a blast with
the aura that
Jack will have a great time too. That'll be awesome.
NFL Sunday. The games will be going on.
You'll be missing
around there. I would hope they're going to be on.
No.
It's the Hall of Fame.
Sorry. Contractually, you're not allowed to watch those when you're in there.
The games are blacked out.
All the games they're all like old games. You're allowed, they'll have games, the versions of these games, but they'll be from like 20 years ago.
We joke, but I will report back. I'm curious to know if I can even watch NFL games.
I'm sure they'll have them
at the
You're
Pro
right.
Football
They should
Hall
have
of
a
Fame.
wall of TVs when you walk in going, here's all the games. Check in whenever you want.
Local radio broadcasts, they give you a little like earpiece, like at the Memorial Tournament when you go in, you can click on any of your favorite team's broadcasts.
You should run the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'm now convinced that's such a good idea. I love it. So we kind of talked for a while about Hall of Fames. Didn't really get into this, but I want to hit on it quickly. Ohio's most popular Halloween candy. Thank God we're not one of the states, 34 of which they say the most popular candy that Google determined based on Google searches, most popular candy in 34 states, leading the way by far, is candy corn. Disgusting.
Matt Andrews is doing backflips somewhere.
Who likes that stuff?
He
other
does.
than Matt Andrews. I know he does. The one that Ohio searched the most, though, is M&M's. So
they're great.
Now
they're great.
Their logic is the most that you've searched, that means it's your favorite. So if you've searched candy corn the most, that's that state's favorite, which I actually think is flawed logic.
It is flawed. Just because you're curious, you might be looking up what the main ingredient is or why it sucks so much. So I'm going to look it up.
My favorite thing of all time to eat from a candy perspective is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Ask me how many times I've Googled Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I don't need to Google it.
I know it.
It's not Kurt Signetti. I don't need to Google him. I know what it is. It's peanut butter. It's chocolate. It's delicious. But if you told me like, hey, how about a Zagnut? I'm not sure. It's a candy.
Zagnut.
I got to look it up.
That sounds like the thing from Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's actually a former Illinois football coach, Ron
Zagnut. Or Tugnut.
Oh, it's Tugnut. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I thinking of? Zook. Ron Zook. Ron Zook. Ron Zook.
Ron,
I don't know why I thought of that.
Phonetically, it should be
Zook. It should be Zook.
It should be Zook.
Ron Zook. Yeah. Florida coach too, right?
Florida and Illinois.
From Ohio.
Very good.
From Ohio.
It's all about Ohio.
I think he's from somewhere up near like Loudonville or something, like Amish country area. He's right up there.
Well, he probably knows how to drive a carriage.
Yeah.
You drive a carriage?
What
do you do? Operate it? What do you call the guy what do you call the head honcho of the carriage?
You horse around on the carriage, I believe is what they call that. It's horsing around. Speaking of horsing around, we'll do something else here. Oh, yeah, the NFL hates football, apparently. Breaking news. They won't even have football at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They hate football.
Teddy hates football, too.
This is new information. The NFL hates football. I'll tell you why next. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit a 45-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the two left lanes if you're on eastbound 270 on the South Outer Belt between 23 and Alum Creek Drive. And stop-and-go traffic is causing a 30-minute slowdown on southbound 315 from Lane Avenue to Town Street. And we also have slow traffic on eastbound 670 from 3rd Street to 71. This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change wants you to breathe out your oil anxiety and breathe in automotive peace. Visit them today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Just how liberal could Sherrod Brown be? What are his actual votes?
Well, he backed bills to allow transgender biological males to compete in girls' sports and let transgender biological men into girls' locker rooms and girls' bathrooms.
Very liberal.
Brown supported allowing children to receive puberty blockers and even sex change surgery.
Super liberal.
And worse, Brown even voted to allow late-term partial birth abortions, a procedure where the baby is partially delivered alive. That's right. Brown's votes for partial birth abortion are in the congressional record. And Sherrod Brown voted to allow this terrible procedure not once, not twice, but 6 different times over 8 years.
That's radical liberal.
Sherrod Brown has let us down. He's just way too liberal for Ohio.
Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. Eventually. How about right now? Trust and Will makes the process of creating your will easy. Like while you're lounging on the couch, easy. Visit trustandwill.com and use offer code Columbus for 10% off your plan. Designed by attorneys, but customized by you, one question at a time. Trust and Will offers a step-by-step process, and all documents are state-specific, legally valid, and secure. So you know your future is protected with peace of mind at trustandwill.com. Visit trustandwill.com and use offer code Columbus now for 10% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code Columbus. Trustandwill.com. Trust and Will is an online service providing legal forms and information. It is not a law firm and is not a substitute for the advice of an attorney. Documents are not valid until formally executed in accordance with applicable law.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown dumb since day one. The Fan.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Join me on Tuesday, November 12th, High Bank in Grandview. We're going to celebrate the release of our exclusive High Bank 97.1 The Fan whiskeys. Each barrel hand-selected by yours truly. Get your tickets today at 971thefan.com, benefiting our friends at the Third and Goal Foundation.
Columbus, the most wonderful time of the year, is finally here because Blue Jackets hockey is back. See it all and make new memories all season long. Get your tickets today at bluejackets.com.
At Byers Auto, we've been football fans since 1897, back when tailgates had actual tails. Our legacy of supporting our local team is as strong as our commitment to providing exceptional vehicles. While we're known for our new cars, we also offer a variety of pre-owned vehicles that meet our rigorous standards. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle for your lifestyle and budget. Visit us in person or shop online at byersauto.com. Come see why it's better to buy at Byers.
You know, Ohio's Supreme Court makes headlines for the wrong reasons. They even ruled it's okay for boneless chicken wings to have bones that can choke kids.
But we can stop their extreme one-party politics by voting for Mike Donnelly, Melody Stewart, and Lisa Forbes for Ohio's Supreme Court.
Right. Ohio's newspapers say Donnelly, Stewart, and Forbes are the clear choice.
We need an experienced, independent court we can trust. And Donnelly, Stewart, and Forbes will judge the Reproductive Freedom Amendment fairly and honestly, protecting our rights, safety, and families.
Ohioans deserve independent justice, transparency, and equal treatment under the law. That's why we really need Donnelly, Stewart, and Forbes to provide checks and balances.
Don't stop fighting for your rights, freedoms, and choices. But do remember to vote for Mike Donnelly, Melody Stewart, and Lisa Forbes.
Paid for by Donnelly for Supreme Court, Stewart for Ohio Supreme Court, and Forbes for Justice.
Low energy, brain fog, or bloating? Your body might need a detox. Active Liver from New Nordic makes it easy to help your liver detox your body all year long without major changes to your diet or lifestyle.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Wall-to-wall sunshine and a warm finish on this Friday. Temperatures in the upper 60s, down to the upper 30s by Saturday morning with light winds and clear skies. Wall-to-wall sunshine on Saturday again and a warmer finish with highs in the low 70s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Does excessive amounts of Prozac make your sack droop down to your knees? Asking for a friend. My friend's name is Mike. Back to Droopy Sack and T-Bone.
No Droopy Sack. I'm T-Bone. Timmy, I guess I shouldn't comment. I don't know how sack is for you, but
it's big, Bone. And I don't like it.
Big Sack and T-Bone here.
Yeah.
Panama Ted's over there too. We're not asking. I'm
against them.
You're anti
sacks.
Oh, sacks.
Yeah.
You want yours gone?
Sure.
Saks Fifth Avenue. Just close it up.
It's got no purpose.
No more. We don't need it.
Well, it has a purpose.
It does. I don't know if you know how anatomy works. It did have a purpose.
It does have a purpose, but why? Like, why was it chosen to have that purpose? It could just not be there at all.
I don't know.
It'd be better for everybody.
We're talking about the retail chain Saks Fifth Avenue. Is that right? That's all. I want to be clear. That's all I'm discussing.
Yeah.
Saks Fifth Avenue.
Mr. Cohen always here.
My favorite
on Fifth
store.
Avenue.
My favorite store. It's great. So, Timmy, the NFL apparently hates field goals. Saw a story today about how Jeff Miller, the executive vice president of communications,
Good old Jeffy.
He said on Thursday media conference call that the issue of too many field goals being hit from too far of a distance could be taken up in the meetings this offseason by the NFL owners. He said, quote, the competition committee will look at the amount of field goals that have been made and other rules in the offseason. He said, pointing out the season has featured 339 field goals made with 77 beyond 50 yards. He said, quote, it's something that has gotten noticed, but there's nothing pending from a rules change perspective. Now, this is all spurring guys like Mike Florio to say, well, they got to do something about it because teams are kicking field goals too often. And if that happens, that means we won't have as many exciting big plays. I'm sorry. Help me out, Tim. Did field goals become not a part of football at some point that I missed? Are we not allowed in the NFL or in football when a team gets to a point where they say, you know what, the value proposition of going for it on fourth down is not nearly the amount of goodness that we would like.
4th and 6 here. Maybe I want to take 3 points.
We're on the 47, but we got a kicker who can bomb it from 60. We're going to go ahead and try to kick this field goal and get 3 points on the board. I understand that some fans don't jump out of their chair and scream and yell like they do when they see an 80-yard touchdown bomb on a 60-yard field goal, but it is a part of the game, is it not?
You know
to
what,
kick
though?
a field goal?
I'll push back, and I'm not pushing back against you, but I'll push back for I'll push back for the pro field goal crowd, which you're on the side of right now. Yeah. I'm thinking about when Cincy made their run through the postseason.
Yeah.
And Money Mac started to show what a klutch kicker he could be. Was that not exciting, watching your team line up for a game-winning field goal against the Kansas City Chiefs? Was that not, at the time, the most dramatic, thrilling play that you could conjure up? A ball sails through the uprights, you're going to the Super Bowl. If it doesn't, you have to keep playing, and you probably don't go to the Super Bowl. That's part of the game. I mean, by association, my son's a huge fan, so I was pulling for them, wanted to see them win. That was so exciting. And it's a kick. I get it. And so if there's too many, I agree. Some things do need to change. It's like anything, though. It's the way that you move the extra point back, because it's a ridiculous play to have a chip shot extra point when 99.999% of them go through the uprights.
Right.
So make it more difficult. So they're making lots of kicks. Don't get rid of them. Do something and make them a little bit harder, so then that play becomes more exciting.
Here's what I think they should really, and I hope I mean, again, there's no proposal. They said there's no rule change currently on the table, right?
Well, then start thinking about something.
Well, what I'm saying is if they are going to do something, I would ask them, I would hope the NFL would actually think about it this way, because I've heard people say, why don't they narrow the field goal posts? And I think, again,
narrow the uprights. You don't like that?
Well, no, because that's the size that has been for I don't know how long, but a very long time. And I feel like once you start changing that to me is akin to the NBA saying, you know what, too many guys are making threes, so let's put the rim up to 11 feet. Not let's move the 3-point line back. That makes more sense.
Well, right.
You need to play on a 10-foot rim. You need to have field goals that are the same height and width as they've always been. Here's how I think you fix it with the rule change.
Hash.
You could do that. That's one. I was going to say, how about this? If you get the ball at, whatever your yardage is, right? How many yards down do we give? Is it 7? They move you back?
It's up to you. I mean, you're snapping the ball, so it's generally 7 yards.
I thought there was like a set distance.
I don't think so. I think that's just up to you formationally, and it's typically 7 yards because you don't want to get the football block. I think that's just been years and years and years of data. This is how far back we need to snap.
I think they should mandate it to be like a further distance back, so that now that'll make it so it's harder to block kicks, but that also means that's going to decrease like the ease of a chip shot field goal. If you're at the 35-yard line and instead of 7 yards, they mandate you have to be 12 yards back. That'll make it harder for the defense to block it.
It's a hard snap, too.
It is but it makes it more difficult.
Yeah.
And then that means your 35-yard field goal now becomes a little bit longer, and it does make you think more.
Yeah, if you're at the 35-yard line, it's a 45-yarder,
right?
Not a 42-yarder.
It starts making longer field goals more of a thing that everyone has. If everyone can hit them, well, then they should happen. That should be the distance more guys should be kicking from.
Honestly,
and it might start making teams think, well, it's 4th and 5. Do we really want to go for like a 57-yard field goal when it's actually like we're really on on the other half of the field? We could try to make this happen.
The other thing I think you could do, and you might have to analyze, every single stadium in the National Football League to make sure. But you talk about moving a 3-point line back. So you could do this very simply, and you could just move the uprights back, not change the dimensions of them, not change the height of the crossbar.
That's fair.
Move it back 5 yards. Because right now it is flush with the back line of the end zone. Like that crossbar. Am I wrong there? I don't have the dimensions of the field, but I feel like it's flush with the white line, 10 yards exactly deep.
Add that 7 yards and then add the 10 yards to whatever the attempt is.
If there's room, you could design the crossbar a little bit differently, just as long as it's the right width and the right height. Go 5 yards back.
I agree with that.
That way, every kick has now become 5 yards. I think that's a good starting point.
I think you could do that. Exactly right.
And I'd say keep the extra point the same, and then they become 38-yard extra points.
Yeah.
Because guys are banging them through at ridiculous rates. So I think that would maybe be a 85 then, 87% type of kick from 38 yards, even sub 40s, like chip shots.
What I don't understand is, though, football has this rule. It's a thing that people do. You can kick field goals. And what they're saying is, oh, man, we can't have that.
I'm completely against that. I love field goals.
To me, this is akin to.
I love it being a part of the game.
If Major League Baseball started saying we got too many guys bunting, I know they'll never have that problem because everybody believes bunting is just like the worst thing you could possibly do anymore. But it's like that is a part of baseball. You are allowed to lay down a bunt.
You know what it is? It's almost like them saying that we get too many singles in baseball.
Yeah. Right.
We need to see these guys mashing and just hitting home runs
or strikeouts, and that's it.
No, I actually like Ichiro singles and guys getting on base and scoring runs.
To their credit, what did baseball do with all these rule changes they've made? The goal was to allow you to get more singles, to get the ball through, like eliminating the shift, giving pitchers less time.
Yeah.
That was just to get the ball in play more, which is their goal, and it's made the game more productive. It's almost like the NFL. If they do consider any type of change to the field goal, I feel like you're basically saying, we think field goals are boring and we hate field goals, but it's part of your game. You made the game. The NFL is what it is. It's football. If you don't like football, then I guess go make it the National Basketball League or some other sport, but it's football.
Imagine playing a tough game and you get down to the final play and you're down by 1 or 2 and you can't kick a field goal. To try to go for the win, you got to just throw some stupid Hail Mary up that's not going to work.
Yeah, I know.
We're planning on this.
This is how it goes.
We're planning to win this way.
I like the strategy. It's good.
Right.
All right. Next up, Tool of the Week. We're going to do that next. The winner of Tool of the Week will get a $50 gift card to the Walrus, your downtown home for sports with 24 mega TVs. That is all next. Tool of the Week. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit a 25-minute delay if you need to use eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 315 and 71. And you're looking at a 15-minute slowdown on southbound 71 on the north side from North Broadway to I-70. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is brought to you by Monogram Homes. Start your true custom home journey today with a builder you can trust. Monogram Homes. Visit Monogram Homes online at monogramhomes.net.
Welcome, Columbus, to the all-new Toyota Direct. We've expanded our showroom, enhanced our service with 6 lanes, 85 bays, and 65 techs. Enjoy the new lounges with all of the comforts and extras. And now get 0% for up to 72 months on 100% of all new 24 and 25 Toyotas. Come see your all-new Toyota Direct, the area's #1 Toyota dealer.
0% for 72 on a new 24 Tundra with approved credit. Max financed MSRP on vehicle. Cannot combine offers. Must take delivery from dealer stock by 10/31/24. See dealer for details.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
At Pella, we use the newest technology to show you exactly how new windows would look on your home.
Well, we keep it simple at our window place. We use a number 2 pencil to draw what your house will look like with our new windows. See?
Oh yeah, that definitely looks like a number 2.
Thank you, Leslie. Wait, I see what you did there.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
The Christmas cash giveaways now at UDF. With UDrive Plus, 1 in 7 can play to win prizes instantly, including $1,000 weekly by buying specially marked items at UDF. No purchase necessary. Visit udrivecontest.com for official rules.
Scotty Vegas for Maxima Concrete. They redid my whole driveway, but they can do so much more, like outdoor kitchens, pools, patios, you name it. Mention this ad for $250 off your next project with Maxima Concrete and visit MaximaConcrete.com.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change will help ease your oil change-anxiety. Picture an oil change that's quick, not rushed. When you hear the bell, feel yourself becoming light as a feather. Now, let go of your oil change-anxiety. Visit Valvoline Instant Oil Change today. No automotive worry, no appointment needed.
Rise and shine, jabronis.
What a show this morning.
There's only one place where Buckeye legends lay the smackdown. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
Give me a juice box, Biatch.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Your weekend freebie is free Kroger brand 12-pack seltzer water. Simply clip your digital coupon and spend $50 or more Saturday or Sunday. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com, and use promo code JUSTSPORTS to get a welcome bonus up to $100. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And when it comes to fall, we often think of those cooler temperatures, the trees changing colors, the bonfires in the evening, and of course, football season. We less often think of those home projects that we've been neglecting or failed to finish up before those harsh Ohio winter hits. If you need to have your roof inspected or it's on your to-do list, you can ensure that Newman Roofing will get you ready for those harsh winter storms. The team over at Newman has you covered, and they're family owned and locally operated right here in Central Ohio since 1992. The 3 generations that have been in the roofing industry, they have the expertise to handle any issue you may be facing with your roof. Folks, they took care of my roof. They did a fantastic job. They're the experts, and they will give you the white glove treatment, because when your name is on it, it just means more. So if you need your roof repaired or replaced this fall, call the company you can trust. That's Newman Roofing at newmanroofing.com or 614-NEW-ROOF.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Common Man and T-Bone present Tool of the Week.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
The best tool of the week gets a $50 gift card to the Walrus, your downtown home for sports with 24 mega TVs. Teddy, I don't see the tool of the week email. It hasn't popped for me. I don't know.
No, he didn't send a tool
I don't
of the
know
week
why.
email.
I don't know why it hasn't popped. I don't know what happened. But I just realized that as we were getting ready to go on. But I have got. Let's go here. This one, no one gave the name, but it's on the burner phone. This ain't one of them, is what he says. So, all right, that's fine. This ain't one of them, is what you think? All right.
And that's Dickie, the Punchline Donkey on 97.1.
He said, my guys, Tyvus, 100% tool of the week. Who blames one pizza for 7 pounds of weight gain? Just poop already. Hashtag GTH. Agreed. Not wrong. Totally right. Let's see. What else do I have here?
Have you not received it?
Teddy, I don't know what's going on.
No, we didn't receive it.
I'm sending.
That's the whole point. It was sent 5 minutes ago.
I know. I believe you.
What kind of technology we have around
We have
here?
no.
Bad.
You know what, Teddy,
That's
you
what
may,
kind.
Teddy, you may just have to read them, and then I'll hit the sound. How about that? You mind jumping in?
I can read them straight from Twitter if that's what you would like.
Well,
I mean, we're now tools. That we know.
Well, that's where I got him from our Twitter. So
All
if
right.
you want, if Tim has them there,
Tim,
then
if you
let
got
him
them,
run.
go ahead, read it for
Run
him.
'em.
Go right for it.
All right. I've got Garrett here, my guys.
Kicker! The kicker!
My tool of the week is Zach Cozart. Zach, not good guy, community champion for bullying children. That's bad.
I saw that.
No.
Zach Cozart, not my guy.
Good.
I'll leave it at that. Not my guy.
All right. How about Man's Droopy Sack? My guys. My tool of the week is Dong Arbor. Can't wait to watch his golden boy get stomped in the CWC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
All
right. Oh, yeah. That's the, if you don't know, Club World Cup.
Club World Cup.
They just today selected Inter Miami to be the final participant in the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
And
that's his
rubs
guy.
Crew fans the wrong way, because the Crew fans are rightfully so saying the Crew have been the better team over the last 2 years than Inter Miami. But Inter Miami just won the Supporter Shield, so they're using that as justification. It's too bad. It sucks.
All right, let's go Muggsy's Leaper. My tool of the week is the guy driving between lanes and slower than the rest of traffic on the Cleveland Ave exit ramp during an insane rush hour. I stayed way back while he drove like an old woman, gave him the gas pedal symbol, and he flipped me off. Jag
Wow.
off.
That's no good.
You got to love that, too, when you are calling a driver calling out a driver for their idiocy, and then they flip you off.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing.
I hate that.
I'll
I
see
hate that.
somebody speeding like 85 miles an hour in my neighborhood through a crosswalk, and I'll do like the hands.
Yeah.
I'll sometimes do like the hands, like, hey, could you be cognizant? And then they'll do like a stale bird right out the window.
Oh,
at me.
absolutely.
Well, yeah, that's very nice
That's
of you.
no good.
I love
Don't
that.
like
Let's go to Annie Hockhausen. My guys.
Go to hell.
My tool of the week is the Steelers and Mike Tomlin for apparently benching Fields for Wilson in the next game. A washed-up vet starting over a promising young quarterback who has led the team to a 4-2 record. How has Jen Winters not dropped an F-bomb on air yet? Hashtag GTH. Well, if we let her on here today, I'm sure she would. I don't know where she is today.
I think she would. You're right.
Yeah, but she would.
I've got a few of them now.
There you go.
Let's see. This one comes from Arthur Gillette, who says, "My glass half full man bones." Thank you. The tool of the week is surely you two for complaining about Christmas stuff in October because you've forgotten Big Christmas always comes early. Hashtag go to hell. Hashtag guards ball. Well, he hits a home run. I know about that, Arthur. Thank you. John Kenzie Noel, big one last night.
Huge.
Loved it. Itty bitty Jizz Horn Camp Committee says my guys.
I love a good basement.
Thank you, Craig. My tool of the week is John Kenzie Noel for bringing Christmas to Cleveland before Halloween. Hashtag Big Christmas. Hashtag Feliz Navidad. Please look up Carlos Baerga home run call. Hashtag banging meat on that stool. Yes, that's right.
Double Noels.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Lots of. You know what? I don't know how he's a tool of the. Well, I guess he's tool of the week because bringing Christmas too early. That's right. Horde Fest says tools of the week are all the negative Browns fans who root for the Guardians only during the playoffs and are just completely negative about everything, bringing down the otherwise positive vibes. Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from. I do understand that. And in fairness, I probably have done a little bit of that myself, so I'm sorry. I'll take it.
Well,
I'm not a Guards fan. I'm just saying, like, I am a Browns fan. I talk about the Guards, and I do have my negativity from the Browns. And you're right. I should check that at the door. Guards don't need that negative energy. They're great.
I know the motto of this segment is just take it. So
it is just take it. I'm going to just take it. I'm going to just take it. That's what I'll do. Corey says, my fine fellows.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Paul. My tool of the week is my girlfriend's dad. I recently found out that he actively roots against anything Ohio State because he was cut in line by Andy Katzenmoyer at the Newport Music Hall in 1997.
Oh, prime Big Cat.
I would let him cut in line. I don't know if you ever watched the Missouri game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. He was,
Corby Jones is dead.
Right.
Because of him.
But also, I respect holding the grudge that long. Even though I don't like the fact that he's rooting against Ohio State, the fact that he took it that far for Andy Katzenmoyer, Big Cat.
It's a big grudge.
Yeah.
Right. It's a long-lasting grudge.
Caleb says, my tool of the week is the entire Cincinnati Reds franchise. Last night was one of the most exciting baseball games I can recall watching in my 30-plus years. And all I could think the whole time was, I may never get to see this happen with my own team. Sad face.
No, you've got Tito now.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see it happen, Caleb.
He's going to get you there. That's right. Dalton says, my guys.
Degenerate knee-bone.
My tool this week and tool of the week is the injury bug that has bitten the Blue Jackets every year. Please don't derail our team who is playing great. Yeah, that's right. We don't want that. It's no good. Let's see. This one comes from Ryan, who says, my guys.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
My tool of the week is every Buckeye fan gatekeeping Buckeye fandom. Telling me we're bad fans / not real fans because we're ticked about another big game loss under Ryan Day is tool behavior. Let me root how I want. Hashtag GTH.
Yeah. Why? I mean, seriously, we don't do that, right? Where we can't just root the way we want to root or look at something the way we want to look at it.
Yeah.
You got to try to tell the other side how they're wrong instead of just having the opinion.
Yep. Oh, no, that was Ryan. DCC says, my pee-pee poo-poo jokesters.
That's completely wrong.
My tool of the week are all of the articles, posts, interviews that are trying to find moral victories from the Oregon game. GTH, I will not apologize for having expectations and standard as a fan. Play better defense. Go Bucks. Beer Man says, my guys. Tool of the week is the Mets pitching staff. 9 walks last night and 30 in this series. Sorry, T-Bone, but they are tools. I
can't do that.
Agree.
Yeah, that's bad.
I was yelling such things last night saying, you tools, what are you doing? Stop walking these dudes. Let's go.
I'm walking here. I'm walking.
Yeah. Do you have any more you want to read?
No, I think we hit them all. Let's see. Yeah. Call it.
I'm going to go with, who was the, Corey, who gave the Andy Katzenmoyer
Big Cat
girlfriend's dad who still hates Andy Katzenmoyer.
Yep, you're
that
right.
guy is a tool. Corey's not a tool. Corey's going to get a $50 gift card to the Walrus, your downtown home for sports with 24 mega TVs. All right, back page coming up next. We got through tool of the week.
We did it.
We found our emails. We're good.
Here we are. Friday. Good. We're coming at you.
That's right. Excited about it. We'll talk back page next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Traffic is stop and go and causing a 20-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between Morse Road and Big Walnut Road. And you're going to hit a couple-minute slowdown on southbound 270 on the west outer belt from Cemetery Road to Roberts Road. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save up to $160 on select sets of 4 Nokian tires. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer ends October 31st. See store for details.
What's better than cheering the Buckeyes on to victory? Wearing our exclusive collection of OSU jewelry as you watch. Hi, this is Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. We're an officially licensed jeweler of The Ohio State University, and we've created beautiful Buckeye jewelry that will last a lifetime. From Blocko earrings to Diamond Script Ohio necklaces, we've got luxury Buckeye gifts starting at $99. No matter where you're watching, show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Is it time for a new or used car? Visit Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161, home of the Tansky Promise, where our salespeople aren't paid on commission. We have a 72-hour exchange policy, and every transaction is upfront and transparent. You can even start the process at home. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to start your purchase today and to see all of this month's specials. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Ready to hit the road in a new car? With Pathways, enjoy up to 90 days with no payments and low auto loan rates. Learn more at pathwayscu.com. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Football season is here, and we have so much stuff. One station isn't enough. Find even more pigskin on ESPN Columbus.
Set your second preset to AM 1460 or 97.1 FM HD2, or listen on the Fan app.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
From the mind of a 2-foot-tall talking spokes puppet comes this year's biggest challenge. It's time for Bob's Dare to Compare, the hottest game show on TV that asks, what happens when you compare Bob's to the competition? You get style. You get quality. You get beeps and boops and dings and whomps. And thousands of dollars in savings. Everyone's a winner when you dare to compare with Bob's Discount Furniture. Shop in store or at mybobs.com to play now.
Scotty Vegas for Maxima Concrete. They redid my whole driveway, but they can do so much more, like outdoor kitchens, pools, patios, you name it. Mention this ad for $250 off your next project with Maxima Concrete, and visit MaximaConcrete.com.
Gambling too much? I'm Abdullah Mahmood, problem gambling counselor at Mary Heben, where we offer in-person, virtual, and group options. We're here for you no matter what, and that's a bet you can actually count on this football season. Go to maryhaven.com today.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. If your fall is anything like the people in my neighborhood, your weekends are full of driving kids to endless soccer things. So if you're going to be on the road, be as comfortable as possible. 4 out of 5 doctors recommend a new Lexus. That's not true, but I recommend it. Deal time, 2.99% finance rate on a 2024 RX. That's madness. 4.49% finance rate for a 2025 NX. And you can get up to $5,000 lease cash for a 2024 RX. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Final segment of the program. Timmy Hall has been in all day. He is continuing to be here. We also have Timmy Hall coming up next on Buckeye Warm-Up.
Can you hear that ball starting to bounce?
Oh.
T-bone.
The start of Buckeye basketball season. Now, this is a preseason exhibition game.
So?
But they're playing UC.
You're playing the Bearcats on the road.
I love it.
Fifth Third Arena.
Yeah. And your only place to catch it, right, is right here?
It's right here.
So there you go.
Yep.
Big deal. But Timmy will be on here for his whopping 10-minute long pregame show. And then we go right into pregame with Paul Keels, Ronnie Stokes, and Buckeye basketball.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I can't wait for this. And this Cincy team is supposed to be a little bit better, and that's good for Wes Miller. Wes Miller down there, who people, college basketball fanatics, know he played at North Carolina and had been a head coach. I think he was at UNC Greensboro and had put together some nice seasons, and so he was becoming a hot name. They have not made a tournament yet. And I know there's got to be a lot of feelings with the UC fan base when they said goodbye to Mick Cronin, who was just getting you to the tournament every single year. And they got that one seed, that one season, then got bounced in the second round, and you're wanting deeper runs, but you were living with 25-win seasons, locks to make the tournament. And now Wes, going into year 4, he's had a couple 20-win seasons, but no tournament appearances yet. So it's a big year for them, and they start the season ranked 20th. And for the Buckeyes, we know where we're at. We've been living it. We've been feeling it. We had to change coaches because Chris Holtman was not able to push this program into a second weekend program, had been making the tournament pretty consistently. And then, of course, in the last 2 years, he wasn't doing that, and it was going in the complete opposite direction. Not only did they not make the tournament, they were under 500 that second to last year, weren't they?
I feel like
the Buckeyes
you're right.
were well under 500. And that was just a shock to the system. Even having a down year, you want to feel like your down year might be a bubble team. That hopefully could be the down years. But Jake Diebler did so well in the interim. He earned himself the full-time job. And I'm excited to see what these guys can do. I mean, we'd like to think the backcourt is going to be really strong. Rarely now in today's game are you going to get a guy like Bruce Thornton stay with the same squad as a starter for going into his third year now. And you get a guy, Michi Johnson, who was already here, went to South Carolina, led them in scoring, and now he's back. So we'll see.
And plus, you get to, I think on this broadcast, what could be a lot of fun, as much as the season's going to be fun, there's a lot of intrigue with that, and obviously seeing what Jake Diebler can do. This broadcast tonight sees our very own Paul Keels back in his old stomping grounds in the city of Cincinnati. That is a Cincinnati guy. That is now, of course, a full-fledged Buckeye. He has loved the Buckeyes. He's called the Buckeyes for many years. But Paul is from Cincinnati, so you know, like, he's one of the biggest celebrities down there. When he rolls into town, it's something.
The last time he did this, he had people coming up to him while he was broadcasting.
That's right.
I think Holtman joked, like, someone wants to talk to you, Paul. Like, the head coach is sitting there.
I'm telling you.
Doing the winning interview afterwards, and people are coming up there not wanting to talk to Chris, wanting to talk to Paul Keels.
The man is a legend in Cincinnati.
Royalty.
He's obviously royalty here in Columbus, being that we are the home of the Buckeyes. He is obviously very popular here. I guess when we went to Cleveland last year, he called a Browns game, and I would have to think that's one of the biggest Buckeye hubs outside of Columbus is Cleveland. I mean, he's probably any of the 3 Cs. He can't go anywhere without being mobbed, I'm quite sure.
I think I'd have to look at that schedule again. When he did that Browns game that you mentioned, I think he had done a Buckeye football game the previous night.
He did, yes.
And then he did a Buckeye basketball game the next night.
Oh, it
was some kind of crazy broadcasting.
I feel like you're right. It was like 3 and 4 nights or 4 and it was a lot. It was a lot going on.
They actually came down here. The Browns came down here, were nice enough to bring a car and to take him up so he could prep in the back, and prepare and
as he needed to
after flying back from a Buckeye football game late at night.
I feel like it was a night game that he had to come back from, and then the next morning get up and go to Cleveland.
It might have been a Rutgers game. If they played that one in the evening, I'm not sure about that, but it was a crazy little stretch for Paul.
Well, there you go. Paul Keels, Ronnie Stokes, and Buckeye basketball coming up for you. Top of the hour, we'll get it kicked off or tipped off with Buckeye Warm Up with Timmy. Right now, it's Back Page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Well, this is bad news. Jay Cutler, former NFL quarterback, former quarterback of the Bears, among other teams.
Not good.
41-year-old was
Not
arrested
good.
after a minor traffic collision in downtown Franklin with the apparently the police saying he rear-ended another car around 5 p.m. This was today.
Not good.
Apparently, he was jailed after he was stopped while allegedly driving intoxicated, with 2 firearms, including a loaded pistol, according to a police report seen by DailyMail.com. So there is a mugshot of Jay Cutler in jail. So, okay.
How's he looking if every picture ever looked like a mugshot?
That's right.
From Jay Cutler, with his face.
That area, Nashville, that area, isn't that where he and Kristen Cavallari, who I believe now, are they split up? I think that ended? Was that a thing?
I
feel like
didn't
that's
keep
right.
tabs with Jay.
But they lived down there. That's where they are. So, all right. You've got Buckeye warm-up next. See you all on Monday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Buckeye basketball tonight. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit some residual traffic due to an earlier accident on eastbound 270 on the South Outer Belt between 23 and Alum Creek Drive. Still a 10-minute delay there and slower traffic from 71. And things are stop and go on southbound 315 between Ackerman Road and Town Street. And we also have a 10-minute delay on westbound 161 from Kitzmiller Road to Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change wants you to breathe out your oil anxiety and breathe in automotive peace. Visit them today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, a trip to a postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com.
Is a Fan Action Update.
Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use the promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100. The updated national championship odds have Texas as the slight favorite at 4-1, with Georgia and Ohio State both at plus 450. Oregon is plus 550 with Alabama 10-1 and Penn State 12-1. For your Prime Sports Action Update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Thank you for calling Great Lakes. Great Lakes Kia.
Do you like scary movies?
Nah, they don't scare me.
What does scare you?
High car payments. They make me want to scream.
And at Great Lakes Kia?
We have brand new Kias under $5 a day. Come pick one out.
Maybe I'm already here.
Cool. Lease new 24 Kia Forte LXS, EV6 Wind, and Sorrento LX. All 3 under $5 a day.
That's only $139 a month for 24 months.
Plus new 24 Kia Telluride LX under $8 a day.
$249 for 24 months.
At Great Lakes Kia.
What if I have scary credit?
No problem. Get approved with 0% financing.
Perfect. And I'm right behind you.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Great cars, great people, Great Lakes Kia.
In Columbus, GreatLakesKia.com.
Can I hang up now?
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
Columbus, the most wonderful time of the year, is finally here because Blue Jackets hockey is back. See it all and make new memories all season long. Get your tickets today at BlueJackets.com.
James Laurinaitis for Custom Air. Custom Air is devoted to quality, customer service, and trust. They are always there when you need them, and they deliver on what they promise. That's how they do things. It's the Custom Air way. Custom Air, custom solutions, custom comfort. CustomAirColumbus.com.
Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard is celebrating 20 years of working for you. Join us Friday, October 25th from 10 to 2 at 3666 Lakin Road for our 20th anniversary event. For one day only, enjoy 20% savings on select rentals, and the first 20 guests receive a door prize. Enter to win special edition Bobcat Enterprises fleece hoodies and enjoy delicious food and fun. Bobcat Enterprises is locally owned and proud to have served our friends and neighbors in the Columbus area for 20 years. See you Friday, October 25th at Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard.
We've seen it before. Politicians and lobbyists playing games, drawing voting maps to keep power in their hands, not ours. Courts have ruled Ohio's voting districts unconstitutional 7 times, while our communities have been left out again and again. But this November, you have a chance to change that with Issue 1. Issue 1 will make it illegal for politicians to manipulate voting districts for themselves or their own party. Instead, it creates an open, transparent process where a diverse group of citizens, not politicians, will draw the lines. No more backroom deals, no more gerrymandering, just fairer maps that represent our communities. Issue 1 gives you and me the power to ensure everyone's vote counts. This is about real change, a chance to end the games and make our voices heard. So vote yes on Issue 1, fair representation, and power to the people. Paid for by citizens, not politicians.
Hey, it's Anthony here, and if you're like me, you're either suffering with foot pain or expecting it to come back at any time. If you're also like me, you probably go for the easiest, most convenient solution first, the old drugstore insoles. And then you find out you can't Band-Aid foot pain. I would go out to a bar or restaurant, and I'm the guy searching for the place to sit down. I've actually gotten rid of shoes I like because my feet still hurt. Well, it all changed when I went to the Good Feet store and tried their pain relief solution. Align the feet, align the body. My personally fit Good Feet store arch supports help place my feet in their ideal position. They now distribute the pressure evenly across my feet, and that provided the additional stability and balance, and that has taken care of my pain. Go in, try the Good Feet feeling today. Take a free test walk. Bring your own shoes. See how they fit, because you deserve comfort in your life. The Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway